It was then that I realized my palms have gotten sweaty, knees weak, mom spaghetti.
So, welcome back, everyone. It's time to boys, boys, boys.
Boys. We're still on the Red Hood.
Yep.
Yeah, the Teen Titan character. I mean, Red Riding Hood. There we go. That's who I met.
We started a date with Red.
A date. That's right. We ended before the dates.
Yeah, because it was really late.
He's really into fruit.
What?
You know, a date.
Ah, I see. My brain had to buffer. Oh, didn't mean to click. My bad.
It's okay. He was just repeating date over again.
I can go back though. It's okay.
What? You have the ability to time travel. We've not been using it.
Maybe.
We could watch CGs over again, Sakyu.
Yeah, I can.
I mean, we can see them again later, but you know.
Mm-hmm. Anyways.
But live in action.
Date.
Hello? To Red? I waved my hand in front of his face.
Forgive me. I was lost in thought.
All alone? It's fine.
Are you absolutely certain you wish to skip school?
Yeah, I don't care. Truth be told, I'm no angel. And it's not like they teach you anything important there anyway.
Surely that's...
Normally I like to take you someplace fancy, like the movie theater, but that'll have to wait for another time. And so we found ourselves at the lake shore. During weekdays, the entire forest area was deserted, enabling a relative level of privacy. Personally, I was in the mood to break out our lunchboxes and have a picnic. So I stabbed my fork into one of the bacon-wrapped asparagus spears and offered it to Red. Say ah.
Over my dead body.
Blushing, he quickly leaned back. Darn. Oh well, I tried. I promptly gave up and put the fork in my own mouth instead. Oh.
No.
What was that?
Nothing.
His pouty face was so unbearably adorable, I couldn't help but swoon a little. Oh yeah, and I've got some leftover cake from breakfast, so let me know if you'd like some.
Will do.
Oh yeah, I almost forgot. The word cake reminded me of something else. Show me that booty! I mean, could you tell me more about your friend's grandma's cake? Did she give you the recipe?
I don't have the recipe, but I remember it was purple in color, and there was grapish things inside.
Raisin pancakes. Purple in color, with grapish things inside? What did it taste like? Poison.
Oh dear. Faintly sweet. Not too tart. Both the shape and texture were quite similar to yours.
So literally just put raisins in it and you're good to go.
Yeah.
Like literally it's just raisin pancakes. Sounds like my recipe isn't too far off then. I just have to find the mystical grape-like object. I just need to change up the ingredients. I guess it could be blueberries.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it.
Yeah.
The red cabbage would be hilarious. Eggplant is also a good option.
I feel
but
like
I don't think eggplant is sweet, is it?
Not as far as I'm aware, but as far as I'm aware, blueberries is be the only one to turn anything into a purple color too between the three.
Yeah, that's true. Also, blueberry pancakes make a lot more sense than raisin pancakes.
Yeah, more sense than red cabbage or eggplant pancakes as well.
Hey, red cabbage would at least turn it purple.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think it was red cabbage. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
I definitely don't think it was red cabbage either. So blueberries it is.
Blueberries.
Oh.
We'll use for the grapish-like things. Raisins. Duh. Like, actual grapes are too sweet. You have to dry them out.
Blueberries and raisins.
Blueberries and raisins. I think I might know what to do. Maybe.
It'd be so funny if this is our first encounter with the wizard for this round.
With the wizard?
Yeah, like we mess up the cake so we encounter him.
It's like, oh yes, you failed a fucking recipe.
You fucked up. Try again.
Unfortunately, you will not find happiness down this road.
Just from that?
Yeah, I'll give it a try sometime. And then you'll tell me you hate it. Oh, but then again, you're gonna leave after you catch the wolf, so... We'll have to do it tonight.
Well, if...
Huh?
If you would like, it could always come visit.
Oh, now he's open to the idea. Now that pancakes are on the table. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't believe him. Wow.
I mean, were you saying how your garden, you know, comes to life in the spring?
Her garden comes to life in the spring.
Of course you can visit me, silly. It's a date kage. Blah, 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 blah.
I feel like that was pretty close.
Yeah, close enough. Thank you.
He smiled shyly.
You're always so kind to me. Only wish I could repay the favor.
You are silly. You're guarding me right now, aren't you?
Yes, but guarding you is my duty.
And you took care of me when I was sick. And you made me porridge. And you bought me a flower.
Well...
He just grabbed it off the ground.
If anything, you're the one spoiling me. So if there's anything, is there ever anything I can do for you? Just say the word.
There he goes.
Keyboard smasher. Bottom.
What the?
What was lewd about that?
He's just into you.
He's just into you, girl. Does he just have his mind in the gutter 24/7? Yep.
He's also just down bad.
He is. He's felt love before, but not this type of love.
Yeah. No, it's just sorry.
What are you, a little kid? God damn it. He swayed unsteadily. His hand clutched over his nose. Oh, damn it, dude. You can ask for a tissue, you know.
Are you okay? Find my foot. You look white as a sheet.
No, bye.
Clothesline him. I mean... I don't know, I feel like tickling would just make the situation worse, but also I don't think clotheslining him would help.
I'll be honest, I'm not sure what it means to clothesline him.
So, you know... Okay, how do I explain this? So, you know how your neck is a thing?
Yes, my neck is indeed a thing. Thank you for noticing.
Alright, so imagine if someone stuck their arm out straight and then ran at you and hit your neck with it.
Okay. Got
That's
it.
clotheslining.
Understood.
So either way, both of them are terrible.
Yeah.
Tickling's nicer, but it's just gonna make him bleed more. Clotheslining him would at least get him on the ground so you could stop the bleeding a bit.
I also think it would be funnier, not gonna lie.
I mean, we saved, right? So
Yeah, I guess we'll find out.
So we're good.
Yeah.
Let's clothesline him.
Yep.
Somebody resolve. I got to my feet.
Red.
Yes.
Then I ran in with my arm out straight and clothesline him. Told you. That's what clotheslining is.
God.
My right arm struck him square in the neck, and the two of us toppled to the ground.
Oh dear.
I'm just glad I was right about that.
Yeah.
He watched blankly as I sat upright, shifted around behind him, and put his head on my lap.
Aw.
Sneak attack. Yes!
Let's go.
We made the right choice, obviously.
We even got a CG out of it. Let's go.
I told you, tickling would just make the blood loss worse, and then he falls to the ground. This way, he's already on the ground.
Yeah, much swifter.
It's the lap pillow trope. You didn't know you wanted.
Go ahead. On your thighs.
Thighs!
Nervous much?
Now let's all forget that I just clotheslined the guy I have a crush on.
He deserved it. It's okay.
He did. I'm not gonna lie.
Quiet down now.
I looked down at him sharply.
I wish you could hear the game because he just made a fantastic noise, but I don't think I could replicate it.
Wait, hold up. I unmuted the stream for a half second. I caught like the tail end of that.
Beautiful.
He did make a very good noise. It's like he's drowning on dry land, but he also did just get clotheslined.
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
Oh. Nose gushing blood. Red opened and shut his mouth repeatedly, but no words came. Meanwhile, his complexion was a kaleidoscope of colors. Flushed 1 minute and then pale the next. That's because he is losing blood, girly.
If you keep bleeding this much every day, you're gonna end up anemic.
I pulled out a handkerchief and mopped him up.
Miss Alicia.
Yes?
He called my name between gaspes of breath. As I peered down at him, however, he averted his gaze.
Never mind. It's nothing.
Tsundere, tsundere.
You're like a broken record today.
I stroked the golden strands of hair peeking out from behind his hood.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't thinking.
It's fine.
I mean, I never do, but... If you don't like this, just say the word and we can stop.
Safe words! I know what you're thinking. Oh, now you ask, and I'll have to say this. Better late than never. I mean, you could set that up beforehand, but, like, you know. Spontaneity is a virtue.
Yep. Man, there's so many variations of this CG because it's so expressive right now.
He is, like, we joke, but Red is, like, one of the most expressive characters that we've seen so far.
He's really
in this
going
game.
through it.
Yeah. He didn't respond. I guess that means he's fine with it? After an awkward silence, Red seemed to regain his composure.
Do you do this sort of thing with everyone?
What?
Do you do this with your male friend, for example?
Oh no, silly, he's just a friend. No, no. Just you, really.
That's... Even after you discover the real me.
What do you mean, the real you?
No, it's nothing. That's...
He fell silent, grimacing. I stared at him intently.
Razor beams! As I recall, the real you is... What was it you said? Stoic? Rational? Smart? Self-reliant? Delulu?
I recited his professed self-image back at him.
Well, yes, but the real me is less admirable. Truth be told, I'm incredibly weak-willed and cowardly. Reading is hard.
Preach.
Deep down, I'm an awful, terrible person.
Oh no, you're not.
Red! I'm the same way, you know.
You are?
Yeah! The real me is dark and twisted. Maybe it's no wonder the wolf has it out for me.
I gave him a pained smile. I mean, she is self-diagnosing accurately though.
Yeah.
Like, she is always plotting to get what she wants out of a situation. Like, with Cinderella, she had to make the forward advance there. But also, like, she made the forward advance with Red. Like, no guy has been the initiator of any of these routes so far.
Yeah.
It's always been her doing some sneaky underhanded thing to get them to open up first.
Yeah. It might change for the other routes because the others are a little bit closer to her in age.
Oh yeah,
too, so
I don't
maybe.
I don't think she'd be able to pull one up over on Gretel. Just saying.
Who knows? He might be different in his route.
He might be, but at the same time, it's Gretel.
Yeah, but also where the fuck is Alice?
shh, we have Red. It's fine.
But Alice.
It's okay. He'll be here soon-ish.
He better. I miss him.
Watch him be like in detention the entire time. Or
Be that as it may, I will still protect you regardless.
Right. Thank you. You really are a sweetheart, you know that?
Right.
Who's my good boy? Bark for me.
He looked to be on the verge of tears, so I gently stroked his head. Oh. This time, he didn't make a fuss about it. He just quietly accepted it. Then after a moment, he whispered.
Once I catch the wolf. Once I apprehend the criminal. There's something I'd like to talk to you about.
You can't tell me right now?
Well, obviously. Not yet.
No, because you both got a threatening letter saying that he's going to drown the one that you love in the lake.
Well, okay. Once you caught the big bad wolf, I'll be right there to hear you out. No matter how long it takes.
He pursed his lips together like he was biting back all of the pain in his heart. His golden blonde lashes seemed to be trembling. That's just his spidey senses.
Nuts. Up until just a few days ago, I was perpetually alone. I never could have imagined something like this would happen.
Does the solitude bother you?
Like you, I found that I have grown quite used to it.
Now they're bonding over shared experiences.
Over time, I simply learned to stop feeling sad or angry about it.
Did you though? Are you sure you stopped?
Thoughts.
If you ask me, I bet you never once stopped hating it. Sure, maybe you were alone at one point, but then your friend came along, right? And then you met his sweet old grandma. You really think you could go back after that? I think deep down, you've been conscious of your loneliness this whole time.
Thoughts.
But look at us now, Red. I have you, and you have me.
And there's more to this story. So much more. I just wish you'd open up your eyes to see it. I know it said something different. I just had to flow.
Did it say something different? I need to check.
Yeah, it said, I just wish you open up your eyes and see it.
What did you say instead?
I think I said, I just wish you open up your eyes to see it, or something like that.
I see. Okay. Well,
It just flowed better with the sentence I was constructing.
I didn't even notice he said something different, obviously, so...
Yeah, I was like, well, I can't go back now. If I fuck it up here, it's a very dramatic moment, so...
It's all good.
So I was just like, ad-lib.
It'd be that way.
Is this like Red's flashback?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay, then you got this.
Yep. One sunny afternoon found me standing outside the flower shop, hesitant. It was torn, unsure which flower to buy, unsure which would make grandmother the happiest. At last, I had saved up enough money to purchase flowers from the store. All those nights of going hungry would finally be worth it. I was in high
That's right,
spirits.
starving himself.
Excited for the gorgeous bouquet my money could afford. Red, white, pink, purple, yellow. The flower shop was awash in colors. Personally, I was partial to red, whoever would have guessed.
I wonder why.
After all, it was the same color as the riding hood grandmother had given me. I can read so good.
And that's why I just kind of ad-libbed it. Because I was like, the game already kind of has like these weird sentence structures anyway.
Yeah. And in my eyes, that made it a special color. My attention was drawn to the roses, which stood out among the rest of the red blooms. I was by no means an expert in flowers, but roses were familiar at least. Unfortunately, I couldn't afford a full bouquet of them, the price for even a single rose was exorbitant.
Oh yeah, no shit. Have you, Saki, real question, have you tried to buy a rose?
No. I'll be honest.
They're expensive. Needlessly expensive. All because like pop culture and everything has like romanticized them. It's like, oh, you better get her a rose, or you better get him a rose, you know?
Yeah.
That's the only reason why they're expensive.
Yep. Maybe I should keep saving up. I could afford to wait after all. Just then, someone called out to me.
Oh wait, this is Wolf, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Aha! I found you! What were you doing here? I've been searching for you.
Oh.
How's it, hey, Red? What you up to?
It was unusual of him to track me down. Nothing much.
Well, whatever. Say, let's go to the lake.
The lake? Sure. No, I don't mind. I don't like where this is going.
I don't like where this is going either. And so, at my friend's insistence, we headed to the lake where we first met.
Episode 2 is gonna be a fun time.
I mean... yeah, that was yours, wasn't it?
Uh-huh. It's okay.
Damn.
There, he told me that he'd gotten into an argument with grandmother.
喧嘩し
Over
た
what?
You did?
Yeah.
あんなに
But
仲
you
がいい
guys
の
are
に
so close.
だってばあちゃんせんだ
Not my fault she's such a
俺
nag.
が大
I
丈
keep
夫って
telling her
言
I'm
ってるのに
fine, but she never lets me do anything.
これしちゃダメってそれはお
That's
前を
only
思って
because she
のこと
cares
だろ
about you.
Yeah, you're doing
Cut it.
dumbass shit.
I know that.
According to him, they'd gotten into an argument over a small trifle, leading him to run away from home. Oh boy.
でも俺は
I
もっと
just
外で
want
遊
to
び
play
たいんだ
outside. That's all.
思いっきり走りたい
I want to
遠く
run
にだ
up
って
super
行きたい
fast and go see faraway places.
それなのに
I
い
don't
つま
wanna
で
be
も
stuck
こんな
here
ちっちゃいところ
twiddling
で
my
おとなしくなんて
thumbs
してらんねえぜ
That's... I felt sorry for him. He was born with a weak constitution that made strenuous physical activity dangerous.
お前はいいよな
You're so
お前なん
lucky.
かと違って
I wish I was strong like you.
Huh?
冷静で頭が良くて
I always
誰
wanted
か
to
の
be a
力に
lone
頼
wolf,
らないで
rational and
自分の
smart.
力だけで行動する
But at this
狼
rate,
のような
I'll
男
never
を目指してたはずなんだだから
I wish I
俺
was
はお
you.
前が羨ましい
I was startled to hear this. I never imagined he would ever say such a thing. Unlike me, he had everything. He was smart and confident and extroverted and rich. The more I learned about him, the more he felt like he was from a different world entirely. And yet now he claimed he wished he was me. It
Yeah.
was simply unbelievable.
きっと
It's a classic
お
trope.
前と出会えてなか
No
ったら毎日つまんなかったんだ
Says
ろ
up
う
good
な
conflict.
Good thing I met you, or else my life would be pretty boring right about now.
楽しい
This is fun.
そうだよ
Of
お
course.
前と話して
Talking
る
to you
と
is always a
すっ
blast.
げえ刺激があんだよ面白い
He dismissed my doubts with a laugh.
まあな今日は夜まで付き合いよ
Guess what, bud? You're hanging out with me all today.
そんでさ秘密
We're
基地
gonna make
作ろう
that
ぜ
tree fort.
俺さ家からお
I
宝持
brought
ってき
all
たか
my
ら
favorite stuff from
お
home.
前も見る
You
だろ
wanna see it,
見
right?
たいだろ
Don't you?
な
Right?
Yeah. And so I agreed to his proposal. Was it because I'd seen a new side of him? Was I tickled by the thought of him and envying me? I couldn't say. But if only I had the sense to stop him then, things never would have turned out the way they did. Oh, no.
I mean, we knew it was coming. But like,
Yeah. I'm just more concerned of how things go wrong, I guess.
Oh, Grandma's crushed by the treehouse, obviously. I mean,
Alright.
no comment.
Mm-hmm. We decided to build our tree fort deep in the woods. Meanwhile, I kept watch to ensure he didn't overexert himself. First, we collected tree branches, cardboard boxes, and other materials. Then, I climbed up our chosen tree and used rope to affix them per my friend's instructions. According to him, this was how tree forts were made. Time flew
Okay.
by, and soon the sun began to set.
大量大量
We hit the jackpot.
In our search for materials, we came across a large quantity of wooden planks. As we were hauling them back, however, we heard sirens in the distance. Oh no.
なんだかうるさい
I
な
wonder what all that fuss is about.
Don't know. Just then, I got a really bad feeling, as you should when hearing sirens, no matter which kind. Dread crept into my heart.
なあ
Why
今日
do
はこれくら
I
いに
call
し
it a
て
day
もう
here and
帰
go
ら
back
ないか
home?
My thoughts exactly.
Yeah, we're trying to read the line again.
I did.
今日は夜まで付き合うって約束だ
You
っただろ
promised you'd stay with me all
男と
day
男の
today,
誓いを
remember?
忘れた
A
か
sacred vow, man to man.
忘れてない
I
けど
remember.
じゃあ
Then
最
we're
後まで付
staying.
き合え分かった
Fine.
あ
Trying to get
そう
rid
だ
of a
な
brat.
さっき湖でいいもの見つけたんだ
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I found something cool at the lake.
いいもん
What is it?
It's called an oxygen tank.
The something cool was a blue tarp, I can read, floating on the lake's surface. Neither of us knew what it was doing there. Maybe it was blown there by the wind.
見ろ、あれがあれば雨をしのげ
See
るぞ。
that? We can use that to keep the rain off.
でも遠いぞ。
He's not wrong.
ま
Yeah,
さか湖に
but
入る
it's
わ
so
けには
far
いか
out
ないし。
there. We can't go into the lake to get it.
木の棒を使えば
We
なん
just
とか
need
な
a
りそうだ
long
な。
enough stick or something.
Positioning himself on the very end of the lake pier, he used a tree branch to attempt to reel the tarp in. Unfortunately, the tarp was at the mercy of the lake's tide, which pulled it back and forth.
Ugh,
もう少
just
し
a。little farther.
無理する
Don't
な。
push yourself.
私がやる
I'll。do it.
いい。
No,
俺がや
I
る。
can do it myself.
With a firm hold on his calves to keep him from falling in, I kept a close eye on him.
こんなところにいたのか。
That sounds like Cinderella, I swear to God. I could be wrong, but like
I think it'd be Grandma at this point.
it was not a woman's voice. It sounded like
Oh, okay, then
Cinderella's voice straight up.
Then do you want to do it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Or maybe it's the wizard. I don't know. It's recognizable male voice. That much is for
Recognizable.
sure.
Either way, you're Cinderella and the wizard.
Yeah, I know.
so-
Let me re-listen to it.
こんなところにいたのか。
Let me see.
I don't know.
こんなところにいたのか。
It could easily be the wizard or Cinderella, I'll be
Let me
honest.
see. I think that's the wizard.
Maybe. I think you're
こん
right.
なところにいたのか。
Yeah. The sounds of Hatano. Thank God I found you. Just then, a hard-eyed man came dashing out of the forest.
フードをかぶってる方。お前が
Okay, if it was
狼か。
Cinderella, would have shown him.
Yeah. Okay, so it's just random male NPC.
No, because I still definitely recognize the voice. The wizard
Okay.
isn't always shown, especially if he's disguising himself as someone else.
Oh yeah, that's true. Like he
Mhm.
doesn't disguise his voice too often, but
Yeah, like
His
his voice
appearance.
still can be like slightly different, but like I am familiar with his voice actor, so like I still can hear it, recognize it. So,
all right, go for it.
hmm look for a boy in a riding hood. He must be Wolf. Whoa! The man grabbed me by the arm.
お前のおばあさんが倒れたんだ。
Your
今病院
grandmother's
に運ばれ
collapsed.
た。
She's been taken to the hospital as we speak. Ah,
ずっと孫の名前を
she's
呼んで
been
い
asking
て。
for you the whole time.
Hayaku,
Hurry up and
itte
get over there.
ばあちゃん。
Gran.
Just then, there was a loud splash. Oh dear.
What happened? Did the dumb thing happen?
Help me.
My friend had slipped and fallen into the lake. Because he was forbidden from most physical activity, naturally, he didn't know how to swim.
Couldn't even teach him how to doggy paddle in the bathtub to save his life.
The man whipped off his jacket. Unsure what to do, I just stood there.
お前は早く行け。
You need to get going. Your grandmother's waiting for you.
お前のおばあさんがお前を待ってる。
He gave me a little push. Huh? But it was torn between my friend drowning right in front of me and grandmother, who had allegedly been whisked away to the hospital. After a fraction of a second, I turned my back on my friend and took off running.
The act of sin.
Grandmother. When I arrived, I found grandmother lying in a hospital bed.
なんで。
Why? I didn't understand what had happened. Just yesterday, she was the very picture of health, but today she stared blankly up at the ceiling, her face pale and lifeless. That's not ideal.
She's old and she probably spent all day looking for you and Wolf.
Yeah.
Not a great combination.
どう
Mhm.
なった
Who's there?
もしかして
Is that you,
狼ちゃんかい
little wolfie?
Evidently, her eyes weren't working, or else she would have known it was me.
うん
Yeah,
俺だ
it's
よ
me,
おばあちゃ
Grandma.
ん
I lowered my voice to try to sound more like my friend.
来てくれたんだ
Well,
ね
Thank you for coming, sweetheart.
うん
And it was
Ore.
just really worried about you and
おばあちゃんが心配で。
stuff.
ごめんね。おばあ
I'm
ちゃん
sorry to frighten you,
心配
dearie.
かけちゃったね。
Tears poured down from her unseeing eyes. The sight made her own eyes grow hot, but I blinked. Oh, my own eyes grow hot. I can read.
Yep.
But I blinked back the tears and focused on my act. No,
本
no
当だぜ。
kidding, dude. I
すげえ
was
心
super
配したんだ
worried
ぜ
and stuff.
おばあちゃんも狼ちゃん
I
のこ
was
と
worried
が
about you
ずっと心
too.
配だったんだ。
I'm so sorry for everything that I said.
ご
I
めん
was inconsiderate of your feelings.
おうん、
No,
違う。
no. You
お
didn't
ばあちゃんは
do
謝らなくていいんだ。
You did nothing wrong, Grandma.
俺が
It was my fault.
全
All
部
of it.
俺が悪いんだ。俺が
Because I'm a
悪い子
bad
だから。
kid.
そんなことない。
That's not
お前が
true,
悪い子だなん
sweetheart.
て誰
No
が
one
思うもん
thinks
ですか。
that.
お前はとてもいい子だよ。
You're
お
you're
ば
a
あちゃん
precious
の自慢の
angel,
子だ。
and I'm proud to call you my grandson.
ばあちゃん。
Grandma.
ばあ
I'm
ちゃん、
sorry, Grandma.
ごめんな。
I love you lots and lots.
本当はおばあ
Honest.
ちゃんのことをすっげえ好きだぜ。おばあちゃんも
I love you
狼ちゃ
too,
んのことが
Wolfie.
この先もずっと一緒にいて。
Wish I could always be around to
けど。
protect you.
ごめ
I'm
ん
sorry.
そんなこ
Don't
と言う
talk
な
like
よ。
that.
これからも
We're
一緒
gonna
に
be
いてくれ
together
よ。
forever.
俺
You're not gonna
これか
get
らもっと
stronger.
元気になるからさ。俺が元気になった
Do you want to
姿
see me when I'm
見
all
たいだ
grown
ろ。
up? I know you do.
見せてやるよ。俺
I'll run
足だっ
fast
て
and
速いし、
swim, and I'll even climb trees like nobody's
木
business.
登りだって誰にも負けねえよ。だから
So please,
だから
please, don't leave
俺を
me.
置いていかないで。
I choked out the words through my sobs. This was more proof that I was a bad kid. I was supposed to be a stand-in for my friend, but instead, I was telling her my own feelings. Sniff.
そうだ。
Oh, that's right.
ばあちゃんの
I bought
ため
you
に
some
花
flowers,
束買って
Grandma.
きたんだ。
You like flowers,
花好
right?
きだろ。花
Flowers?
あ
Yeah,
野
not
に
some
咲く
stupid
花じゃな
wild
くて、
flowers either.
ちゃんと
They're
した
real
花屋で
flowers
買っ
from
た
the
花なん
flower
だ。
shop. I showed her the bouquet I had hastily purchased on my way here.
カーネーションって言うん
They're
だ
called
ってさ。
carnations.
Cheaper than roses, just as good.
Carnations were similar to roses, except softer and less intimidating,
Let's see.
much like grandmother herself.
Well, now, I'll bet they look just
と綺麗な花なんだろうね。
Yeah, really
すごく綺麗
pretty.
なんだ。
Standing at her bedside, I took her hand and brushed it against the flowers. The red petals formed the perfect backdrop for her wizened old hand.
Yep, there's that word we talked about.
Yeah.
すごく綺麗だ。
Oh, you're right. They're beautiful.
ありがとう。お前はと
Thank
ても
you,
優し
sweetheart.
い。いい子だよ。
You're an angel.
私
I'm
の
so
自慢さ。
proud of you.
Thanks. She smiled softly and closed her eyes. I don't remember much of what happened after that. I'm not sure what happened to grandmother or how I got home from the hospital. I just remember standing outside of my house. This time, the lights were on inside. Was my mother home? By that point, it was late at night. She must have realized that I disobeyed her. Would she yell at me? Would she cry?
ただいま。
I'm home. When I opened the door, I found my answer. It was then that I understood my mother wasn't going to yell at me, nor would she hug me. She looked at me with cold, unfeeling eyes. And after that day, she never came home again. Damn.
Wow, mom of the year, bitch.
Dear Lord, where did I go wrong? If I had obeyed my mother, if I had never ventured outside, if I had never spoken with that wolf, maybe this tragedy could have been averted. But now I'm alone.
Mm,
Now I have no one. No one needs
Nah,
me.
it's still what it happened.
This is only natural, of course. Because this is my punishment for being bad.
これからは
From now on.
も
I'll
う
never
二度と
wander
道
off
草なん
again.
か
Domesticated
し
dog.
ない
This is the vow I made to myself.
But yeah, I don't think Red's involvement would have changed anything. Wolf seemed to have these feelings even before he came along. It's just that he kind of accelerated the process.
The same thing with Red's relationship with his mom, because like she was
Yeah.
not present.
Oh yeah, she just absentee parent forever.
Mhm.
Like that wasn't gonna solve. That was an issue that was not gonna solve itself. And you doing exactly what she said wouldn't have fixed that either.
Yeah.
Because she was already like checked out, ready to go.
Mm.
Just needed an excuse at this point.
He's just a kid though, so.
Yeah, exactly.
ミス・アリス。
Misa Arisu. Very cute. Well,
When I opened my eyes, I found Red blushing beet red.
Oh, sorry. Guess I nodded off for a minute there. I had this weird dream about your past.
no, it's fine.
とんでも
No
ござい
problem
ま
at
せん
all.
Huh?
His behavior struck me as suspicious, but at the same time, it was pretty par for the course when he was cornered, so I wasn't too worried. He realized that he couldn't get up because he'd have to either like touch the ground and pick himself up or touch her and push away from her. And in the process, wake her up. I looked around to find that the bright light of midday had now faded to twilight. Bro!
Damn.
You ever have that like choice paralysis where it's like, man, I should do something, but I'm just gonna sit here, I'm just gonna lay here for a couple hours and see if it works itself out.
I mean, maybe he nodded off too. He does have a pillow.
Maybe he woke up first.
Yeah.
Gosh, it's gotten late. Guess I got a little too comfy.
確か
As I
友人の
recall,
お宅
you were
に
planning
伺
to
う予
visit
定
your
でした
friend's
ね。
house. Yes?
Yeah, I want to check on him.
Ren lifted his head out of my lap and got to his feet. He offered a hand to help me up, immediately retracted it, then offered again, more timidly this time. He's learning!
He's so silly.
Yeah, he's just a silly little guy.
Here.
You sure?
いいです
Yes, I'm sure.
All right, give me paw.
He turned his flushed face away from me.
Thank you.
With his large, masculine hand, he hauled me up to onto my feet.
No,
早く
let's
行き
be
ま
on
しょ
our
う。
way. This
夜
area
遅くな
isn't
ると
safe at
この
night.
辺は危ないですから。
At night. Okay.
The house marked on the map was a good 30-minute walk from the lake into the woods.
Damn.
I wonder why.
It's supposed to be around here.
I swiveled my head all around, but it was a forest. All the trees looked the same, so I had no landmarks to go by.
Thoughts.
Red followed half a step behind me. He seemed to have gotten quiet, which was unusual for him.
Whoa!
I slipped in some mud and nearly lost my balance, but Red caught me before I fell.
気をつけてください。
Please be careful.
この
The
辺
ground
り
is slippery
は足
around
場も
here.
悪いですから。
Sorry about that. Thanks for the help.
He let go of my arm and walked ahead of me.
Huh?
私の後ろを
Follow
つい
along
て歩いて
behind
きて
me,
ください。
please.
He didn't bother to turn back as he spoke. Oh man, baby. Act 3, here we go. Normally I would be touched by his thoughtfulness, but his voice was cold and distant, like it was back when we first met. Okay. And so, I slowly followed in his footsteps. I just imagine she's doing like that kid thing where it's like you see the footprints and just try to match them.
Yeah.
Is this the place?
Eventually, we arrived at a single cottage deep in the woods. Forest.
That's.
Red stopped short, staring at the ground. I walked past him and right up to the front door. At my feet laid a single red flower.
A carnation.
It was bright and healthy looking. Looked like it was fresh from the flower shop. I turned back to find Red still staring down at the ground.
Huh.
I scooped up the carnation and knocked on the door.
Is anyone home?
But no matter how hard I knocked, no one answered. For a moment, I thought perhaps we had the wrong place, but this was the only house in the vicinity. Hesitantly, I twisted the doorknob. Strangely enough, it was unlocked. The lights were all off, but the moonlight streaming in through the window faintly illuminated the interior. As I peered inside, out of nowhere, someone clapped a hand over my mouth. The warmth of their arms around me, pinning me in place. Cabedon? Then, before I could even scream, they dragged me off somewhere.
Ow! That hurts! Quit pulling so hard.
うるせえな。ここでおとなしく待ってろ。
Deep voice. Don't know who. Or. Who,
I mean,
it
I
might
can
be the
try it.
huntsman. I think it's the huntsman.
Okay.
Yeah. Pipe down, alright. Be a good girl and wait here.
Whoa!
He shoved me from behind and I toppled to the ground like a sack of potatoes. Where the fuck is Red?
Oh no.
Ow!
With no time to brace myself, I hit the floor hard.
ああ、すまん。
Whoops. Sorry.
I glared at him, up at him. He didn't look very sorry at all.
Yep, knew it.
He leaned against the wall and returned my gaze with his almond-shaped eyes.
Why are you doing this?
お前が勝手な
Just a
行動を
little
起こさない
insurance
よ
to
う
make sure you won't
保
act out
険
of
だよ保
line.
険
You're a hostage
何
after
せお
all.
前は大事な人
Wow,
質
this
なん
is
だから
a
な
weird kink. Here in this forest cottage, my captor was none other than Mr. Huntsman. He reached into his pocket, took out a pack of cigarettes, and set one between his lips.
No smoking!
こん
You
な
won't let
時
me
でもうっ
have
せえ
one,
な
will you?
Nope. Not now. Not ever. Especially after you kidnapped me.
With guys like this, you have to take a hardline approach. Holding his cigarette between his fingers, Mr. Huntsman let out a shallow sigh.
分かってるだ
I'm
ろ
sure you
う
know better.
くれ
But
ぐれも
just to
外
be
に出るん
clear,
じゃないぞ
don't set one foot
Ja.
outside of here. See you.
And with that cold, unfeeling comment, he shut the door.
Red.
I sat down on the bed and tucked my knees under my chin. When Mr. Huntsman kidnapped me, Red didn't move an inch. Not that I blamed him, it was all really sudden and unexpected, so he probably wasn't sure how to react. But for some reason, the memory of his pained expression made my chest ache.
I hope he'll come to my rescue.
残念ながら 彼は来ないよ。
That's definitely the wizard.
Oh no.
Sad to say.
Bad end.
He won't be coming, probably.
Who's there?
彼は君が
After
さら
learning
われ
that you
て
were
しまったという
kidnapped,
現
he has
実
gone
に耐えかね
astray.
て
That's
あるはずないと言え
Not
るかい。
possible. Are you sure?
彼は素
The
直で
man is
騙
honest
され
to a
やすい。
fault and highly gullible.
そんな彼
Now
の
the
目の
woman
前
he
で
was meant to protect has been
守るべ
kidnapped
き
right
対
in
象だ
front
った
of
君
him.
がさらわれたんだ。彼の心は
His
深
heart
く
is
傷
deeply
つき、
wounded and is unable to come to terms with his own wrongdoings. It's not unreasonable to think that he might add to his crimes.
そして
And now you have added to yours.
君も罪を重ねてしまった。
Eh?
そして
As have I to mine.
この僕も。
Welp. Okay.
So don't clothesline him.
Well, that might not be the incorrect thing, because, like, I remember with
Oh.
Cinderella, we did something else wrong first.
Yeah, should we look up a guide? real
Yep.
quick? Anyway, let's tickle this bitch.
Yep.
He seems like a tickly bunch. Somebody might resolve. I got to my feet.
Red.
Oh,
Yes. Good.
Take this.
Once his guard was down, I lunged at him with tickles and tickled his sides.
There we go. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
Red noises.
Yeah, red noises. Oh dear.
やめてください。
Stop. Please stop.
Sorry, I wanted to hear the voice.
Yeah, that's fair.
Good, good. That's the reaction I was hoping for. In the heat of the moment, I pushed him down. So now we get the lap cuddles.
Yep. What?
With me sitting on top of him and smirking, Red froze stock still like an ice sculpture. So I took that opportunity to shift into a lap pillow position. Once I lifted his head and placed it on my thighs, Red snapped back to reality. And then everything from here should be repeating dialogue.
Not yet. What?
It's the lap pillow trope you didn't know you wanted.
Are you sure?
It doesn't say previously read, though.
Yeah, because it's technically on a different route, but...
Oh, I think it's because they... Or, no.
I mean, there might be something different. Did you hit skip?
No.
Can we try it? Because it doesn't skip new dialogue, right?
Yeah, it also doesn't say previously read, so I know it would be stupid to press skip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then let's just go.
Yeah. My head on your thighs? Oh, see, there we go. Now it's previously read.
Oh, thank God. I was like, I really hope we don't have to go through this whole entire scene again.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because she mentions let's just ignore the fact that I clotheslined him.
Yeah.
You know? So that's why it was different.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Glad to see some of our theories are coming correct though. Like,
yeah.
obviously we knew the boy that he
きっと
formed a friendship with was Wolf.
Yeah.
俺さ
Reikyu does actually have crimes. That's new.
Yeah. We don't know what they are, but they're there. I'm pretty sure the wizard's gonna have something to do with all of them, like beyond just
Oh.
being like bad ending guys. Like, hey, you fucked up.
Well, obviously he has something on Huntsman. He has something. Well, Reddy probably has this on, honestly. And then Wolf's. He doesn't really need to control Wolf. Wolf's kind of doing this of his own volition.
Yeah.
All right, go into the house. Hopefully, we'll have a different reaction. Oh, what?
お前がか
Oh, we fucked up again.
そ
I'm
して
pretty sure we messed with the pancake one.
No, because we did pick up the raisins and the blueberry.
Yeah, but the guy that I looked at said choose grapes instead of raisins.
I think we fucked up something else.
Well, then we need to figure that out
Yeah.
right away. Sacrificing your health. Yes, I want to do the most that I can.
Yeah, that's what the guide that I have that says to do too, and that what we didn't pick. So maybe that's
Yeah, so let's do that.
that might be where we fucked up.
I just want to do the most that I can. That's all.
For whose benefit?
Mine.
Oh, sorry. Me.
Yeah,
That's what my guide says.
that's what my guide says too.
Truthfully, I'm probably just doing it for my own sake. I want to feel needed, you know? I want everyone to praise me and tell me that I'm an angel.
I see.
そうですか。
I see.
Not to make excuses or anything, but I get the feeling this world is full of people who feel the same way. What about you, Red?
私
I'm
は
not sure.
わかりません。
And that's previously read.
賢明です。
I guess this is gonna take a while. Alright, will you hold him accountable for this? My guide says yes, and we said no before.
Mine says yes, also.
Okay, holding him accountable.
I looked at him in surprise and tilted my head curiously.
Do you want it to be?
Well, you've insisted. I mean, no, I was the one, so
私が
I should.
したことなので。
Should I take this to mean you'll marry me?
結構
Marry you?
それは
Well,
Hmm?
it's-
He swallowed hard.
I'm just kidding. Honestly, it's no big deal. It just sort of happened, that's all.
不可抗力
happened.
Yeah, if anything, I'm the one who gave you my cold, and I'm the one who dragged you into my bed. You did nothing wrong. So I'm not gonna hold you accountable for it.
そうです
So literally just tease him instead of,
Yeah.
you know, not holding him accountable to begin with.
Damn,
Thank you, game.
I see. And skipping again.
Oh yeah, I almost...
I don't
Beautiful.
see anyone.
It's definitely weird that Alice isn't in this, like, so
Are you
far.
sure?
あなたと
Yeah.
目が
Are you sure that it's weird?
Yes.
Or are they just using their characters sparingly, Sakyu?
Why would they do that though?
Because if we had every chapter with Alice, I would lose my goddamn.
Wow.
Look, we already have our soon quota for this chapter with Red. Okay, we can't have another one running around.
He doesn't have
They will
as sharp
try-
of a tongue though, so it's not as funny.
They'll
彼は
fight for
無視し続け
supremacy, Sakyu.
And I think
So
Alice
no
would win. I'm not gonna fucking lie.
I mean, you're right, but he's more brat soon, and this one's just shy soon.
Yeah.
あなたの危機だ
I don't want a brat tame. Oh, do you? God damn it!
What the fuck?
All right.
This might have been the option we fucked up because we
Wait
were
a
supposed to invite him to bed, actually.
But giving him the blanket was so much better.
I mean, it might end up with, since there is a CG for it, where he ends up asking for the blanket instead or something as a
second.
compromise, but... Because I think we did compliment his outfit and the eating
We did
was-
compliment his outfit.
Yeah, I think we did literally
Yeah.
everything else, so I think this might have been the
Eating
one.
one is depressing. It's polite. Yeah. Oh my god, my guy does say invite him to bed. Fuck off.
Well, I guess we're inviting him to bed.
All right.
Want to join me? Platonically?
I pulled back the covers on the empty side of my bed.
そういった冗談は
This sort of humor is
淑女が
inappropriate
言う
for
も
a
ので
young
はありま
lady.
せん
Red couple days from now. I mean, I'm not wrong.
Nope.
I wasn't joking though.
余計に立ち
That
が
only
悪い
makes it worse.
Well, fuck you too.
No, yeah,
In
in
that
that case,
case, here.
Yeah, there we go.
Here, have a
Move
blanket,
the-
you fucker.
Are you trying to smash that? Oh my god. Yes, is what my guide says.
Mine also says yes.
God damn it.
Come on. I mean,
Yeah, right into the wall. Kabe-dan style.
oh, that kind of smash? Not like Smash Bros, right?
And then I'll dump him in the pool.
それは落とし穴
Splash? And then I'll have to hide the body somewhere safe.
Very cute, you good?
What the fuck?
叩き落とすね
Stash it.
And then I'll probably get bored and go read some boy-on-boy fan fiction.
I mean, valid, but
I mean, you do you, but
そ
like.
りゃ体重を落とさなきゃね
Oh,
って
slash! Very funny. Not.
俺が言ってるのは恋愛的な意味での落とすってこと
Oh, right. Silly me.
I caught my hands over my mouth and batted my lashes. God damn it, this girl.
I understand why this is the correct choice.
I mean, yes, but like,
うぜ嬉しい
we thought the choices that only the choices we made with red matter. Faker.
I'm evil, bitch.
This is what I love about Wolf. He knows how to play along, cause he's dumb.
Yeah.
I was like, why are you skipping it? I realized, oh yeah, previously read scenes.
Yeah.
I don't want to reread all of it. Sorry, not sorry.
I don't want to read anymore. My brain's turning to mush as we speak.
Oh dear.
With how much dumb decisions we've had to make just to be on the correct route. What does your guide say for this?
Ask for help. Which is
Let's
not
see.
what we picked.
What does mine say? So, mine says remain calm and think of solutions. So let's do yours.
Yeah.
Or it could be like one of those choices that just doesn't fucking matter.
Oh well, I already selected ask for help, so we're gonna find out what happens anyway.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, let's just follow your guide. That way we're not like
Yeah.
fucking around to try to figure out like where we split the timeline.
Yeah, because like we use this like same website for Cinderella, so I trust it. Anyways, Reikyu.
Eh? What? Did I have something on my face? Oh.
What do we do?
Worried, I looked up at red.
ご安心を
Don't fret. I shall do everything in my power to
全
protect
力で
you.
守ります
You already said that. Thanks. I'm glad you're here.
ですが念のため
Just to be safe, however.
このこと
I
は
think
ご
we
家
should
族に
inform
報
the
告
rest
し
of
て
your
おいた方が
family.
良いかもしれません
Oh, we already did that in alternate timeline. They didn't care. Right.
Oh, we said who cares? Okay, go in. It's impolite.
Don't you think it's a little impolite?
ごちそうさまで
I'm
した
going to excuse myself.
Why does that sound like a bad decision, though? All of a sudden, he set his fork on the table.
What the? Where are you going? Don't you like the food?
マナー違反を犯
Clearly
した
I'm
私
too impolite to be
あ
worthy
な
of
たの
eating
料
your
理を食べ
food.
る資格はありません
See, why does that feel like a bad ending to me?
Oh, come on. I was just joking around.
So you can't do that, Reikyu.
冗談ですか
We're joking.
Of course. To me, that hood may as well be a part of your body.
Fuck off, bitch.
そうですか
Like, damn.
I see.
I know he's soon, but we don't know that yet. With that, he grabbed his fork once more. This is the good ending. This is on the route to the good ending, Saki. Just remember that.
He almost felt that I wasn't joking.
Yeah, I guess we
Oh, you
will
actually-
let him wake up naturally, I guess.
I decided to stop fighting it. He looks so peaceful right now. I'd hate to ruin it for him.
It was then that I realized my palms have gotten sweaty. Knees weak. Mom spaghetti.
I sure hope I don't stink.
Oh, sorry, one second. I tried to sniff myself, but I couldn't really smell anything. As he held me in his arms, I gazed up at his handsome face. We'd only just met a few days ago, and 3 parallel timelines ago.
Don't worry about that.
But after everything that had happened, suddenly it felt like I'd known him all my life. On the outside, he maintained a stoic facade, but on the inside, he was shy and easily flustered. I giggled to myself. Thinking back, I never would have imagined the real him was so drastically different from his outward persona.
Hmm. I reached up and stroked his head through the fabric of his hood. Were he conscious, he would surely protest. But right now was a different story. He was asleep and vulnerable. In fact, I felt him hug me tighter, almost as though he was preventing my escape. Aw, cute. Red.
Sleepy sounds.
Hawk shoo me me me.
Oh. And here we go.
Red. Blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. I heard a noise. Karate chop. No, calm.
Yeah.
Are we disagreeing here or are we agreeing?
Disagreeing.
Cool.
Because there's the yes, no, yes.
Yes.
But where's the
yes.
other yes? Because when we got to this point before, I said no here, and there was no other yes.
Maybe it's like.
Oh, here it is.
Oh, there it is.
We never got the third yes because we didn't do whatever the fuck.
We didn't let him wake up naturally or some other shit we didn't do.
It might have been the waking up naturally, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the
'cause I
other
was
ones that were like wrong don't matter enough. Sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Damn, okay. But yeah, let's confess.
We missed an entire
feelings.
choice just because we did the route wrong. Okay. That's cool, Gabe.
I think that's what happened with Cinderella too, now that I think about it.
You're right.
Yeah, because
Anyway.
we weren't able to like otherwise pick the like no matter what we picked for that one other choice, it was always incorrect sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, anyways.
Red, there's something I want to say. I really like you. Both as a friend, as a romantic prospect.
What?
Did you not hear what I said? I'll say it louder then. Okay, here it is again. I really like you, Red. Oh, you're bleeding. Are you having dirty thoughts again? I used a fresh handkerchief to sop up the blood from another one of his chronic nosebleeds. Look at his face. Look at his
Yeah.
dumb little face. He's just like,
His dumbstruck.
A girl said she likes me. What do I do? Red? I peered into his eyes. Normally this is the part where he'd scream and or shove me away, but this time he froze in place like a statue. Hello? Earth to Red? I waved my hand in front of his face. No dice. Is your fever flaring up again?
Red.exe has stopped working.
He has, though. I put my hand to his forehead. He didn't even flinch. Admittedly, his forehead did feel warm, as did the rest of his face, which was currently tomato red and gushing blood. Let's not forget that part. Just then. As I pressed my hand against him, he roughly seized me by the wrist.
Oh boy.
Kabedon?
He made a sound.
Yeah, he really did make a sound. He glared at me, his cheeks flushed crimson.
Miss Alice!
Miss Arisu.
Yes. I shrank back, but he refused to relinquish his grip on my wrist. Instead, he leaned in.
No. He made another noise, alright.
Oh, he smelled the onion breath, didn't he? Red. Right as the tip of his nose brushed mine.
Oh.
They Eskimo kissed.
He made a sound. Oh. You're just perishing. Oh.
A torrent of blood spewed forth, and he collapsed onto my chest.
Oh, buddy.
Yes, the blood ritual can commence. Oh, come on. This guy has produced so much blood that we could probably fill an entire different human body with it.
I mean, probably. Oh, this is new.
Fuck.
No, good morning to you. Yeah.
Sorry, I was expecting a nosebleed there. He sprang back and tumbled off the sofa. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Interesting. So I guess the difference there is him being extra flustered to start the morning.
Yeah. After a moment of silence, I looked into his eyes and said, I'm in love with you, idiot! Oh, what if I asked you to stay?
What?
And sit? And give me paw? Oh, I really lie? Ah! Wow! Wow! This fucking idiot.
What a goober.
La, la, la. He is a goober. What? Ah! He's just practicing his vocal warm-ups, you know? Like,
He's more likely to strain his voice up the way he's doing it, man.
la, 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 la. Every time I attempted to profess my feelings to him, he interrupted me with the force of 1,000 suns. See, this is what I thought was missing from the main route,
Yeah.
and now it's making a lot more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Good grief, how shy can one guy be? Not that I don't love that about him, of course. What were you going to say? I casually, changed the subject. Oh.
Beautiful.
See, we missed content, but it was good content, so we had to
Mhm.
go back and get it.
I really think it was because of the whole, like, waking up naturally thing, though.
Mm-hmm, exactly. So what did we learn? Being selfish in this game usually leads to a bad end.
どうせお前のこと
Because we were selfish and we went for the cuddles.
Yep. Nope, new dialogue again.
You got me there.
お前はオープン
I
す
don't know
ぎ
what
て
you said
一
before,
般人の男
but
性に合わない
About being an open
that
book.
was it?
Yeah. Interesting. Taking notes. I'm not actually taking notes.
I mean, you can.
I won't.
Rate my performance. 1 to 100.
10.
I said to 100, Saki.
I know. I just had to reference to Cinderella.
Oh, okay. That makes
You
sense.
know, start. I'm gonna save because I'm gonna die on the hill that it's actually raisins. I don't care that this guy
Yeah,
says
I'm
actual
gonna
grapes.
fucking die on this hill too. Why would you put grapes in a pancake? Blueberries. Fresh blueberries make sense. Fresh
私はい
grapes.
つも
One of the most watery fucking fruits I've ever had.
Like, raisins is still like a little weird with blueberries, but I can understand a lot better than fucking grapes straight
Yeah.
up. Like, why would you
'Cause,
do
like,
that?
Because the thing is, like, blueberries and raisins tend to go better with like bran flakes, like as
Yeah.
cereal.
Yeah, like I can
So-
imagine it being a good combination.
There's at least precedent for it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Not fucking full ass grapes in your pancake batter.
Yeah.
Those fucking marbles.
そうです
I mean, some people like their food flooded. There's a difference between flooded and waterlogged.
See, this is also new.
Oh! I think if we tell him I'm no different, then that gives us a bad ending. So I think we have to forgive him.
Yeah. Should definitely save
So I
so we
think-
can find out, because like it said that
Yes,
like
yes.
this option
a
in
unique one.
particular like gives memory stuff.
Yes. I remember this option in particular being
Yeah.
very important, and we
Mhm.
didn't get it at all.
Yeah.
Well then, I forgive you.
許す
You forgive me.
Yeah. So what if you're a bad person? I can forgive you for that. They say no crime goes unpunished. But for me,
No sin is unforgivable.
Depends on the sin.
I mean, you're right.
You think so?
I bet I must have sounded like Mother Teresa or something, huh?
Thoughts?
Regardless, I'll still forgive you, no matter what anyone says. Even you. You don't need to beat yourself up over it.
At this, his eyes widened slightly.
Okay.
He looked to be on the verge of tears, blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
あなたと一緒です。
Repeating dialogue.
Let's go.
もっと
See, now this makes more sense all of a sudden now, too. Because, like, after a moment like that and then getting the backstory.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because it's like, oh, what is your sin? I will forgive you. And then backstory. Bitch.
Yeah.
俺さ
That makes much more sense,
Mhm.
honestly.
And then it makes a lot more sense for Wolf to be confirmed to be the boy without not recognizing Natsuki and Aya's
無
voice.
理する
Mm-hmm.
It isn't. I didn't visit grandmother's house again until well after the hospital incident had passed. Thoughts. One day, I found myself standing right outside. Instantly, my face stiffened. Why did I come here? Didn't I promise myself I wouldn't do this anymore? I cursed myself 1,000 times. Nah. Suddenly, I felt the contents of my stomach rush up my throat, and I vomited there on the spot. Well, and the pain made tears prick at the corners of my eyes. But no one was there to help me. No surprise there, of course. This was my punishment. Buddy's really going through it.
So it's like when he's punishing himself, he throws up.
It could just be a physical reaction to
That's true.
something that isn't
So, like,
physical.
Stress,
Yeah.
discomfort.
Mm-hmm. Panic.
Yeah.
I collapsed to my knees and gasped for breath as I stared at the house. At first glance, it seemed much the same as always, but upon further inspection, I realized it had lost its lived-in feel. Somehow, even a total idiot like myself was still smart enough to understand what that meant. Grandmother was gone, and so was my friend. It was then that I understood. The real punishment was the searing pain I felt in my chest at that moment, and I
That's
needed
called
to accept
grief,
it.
bitch.
Which is why I returned there again. Until then, I had been avoiding the lake and the forest, but after that day, I started making an active effort to visit that house. With each visit, I remembered all the fun times we had, and my heart threatened to burst.
Aww.
At some point, I developed a tradition of placing a single red carnation at the front door each time. It was a symbol of my crime, as well as a token of my apologies. A year passed, then 2, then 3. As it turns out, time is a scary thing. You see, the more time passed, the more I felt my memories fade. Then a few more years passed, and I finally spotted that hard-eyed man again, Yoshi the hunter.
Ow! That hurts! Quit yanking me so hard!
Interesting.
I mean, she still gets kidnapped.
Yeah, I know, but like, I don't know. I guess I wasn't fully paying attention when we were skipping dialogue, but I don't think they walked to the house this time. But maybe, like I said, I wasn't paying attention. Because, like, there was the...
We'll find out.
Yeah, whatever.
うるせえな。ここでおとなしく待ってろ。
Be a good girl and wait here.
Whoa!
He shoved me from behind and I toppled to the floor like a sack of potatoes.
Ow!
With no time to brace myself, I hit the floor hard.
ああ、すまん。
Whoops. Sorry.
I glared up at him. He didn't look very sorry at all. especially since he's my brother. He leaned against the wall and returned my gaze with his almond-shaped eyes.
Why are you doing this?
お前が勝手な
Just a
行動
little
を起こさ
insurance
な
to
いよ
make sure you won't act
う
out
保
of
険だよ
line.
保険
You're a hostage after all.
何せお前は
Here, in this forest cottage, my captor was none other than Mr. Huntsman. He reached into his pocket, took out a pack of cigarettes, and set one between his lips. No smoking!
こん
You
な
won't
時
even
で
let
もう
me
っせ
have
え
one,
な
will you?
Nope, not now, not ever, especially after you kidnapped me.
With guys like him, you need to take a hardline approach. Holding the cigarette between his finger, Mr. Huntsman let out a shallow sigh.
Red Riding Hood is out there looking for you.
New.
He is?
お前のお
This
か
has
げで
turned
いろ
into
いろ
one
面
huge
倒になっ
hassle
ちゃう
thanks to you.
分かってるだろう
I'm sure you know better.
くれぐれも
But
外
just
に
to
出
be
るんじゃない
clear,
ぞ
don't set one foot
Yeah.
outside of here. See ya.
I just thought of this.
Hmm.
What if Reiki wasn't the target? What if Mr. Huntsman was the target?
I mean, maybe. But, like,
Because it's not like we know who the letter was addressed to.
yeah, but at the same time, like, Huntsman doesn't live in that house anymore, so it'd be silly.
Oh yeah, and if it was Wolf,
Yeah.
then he would know that Mr. Huntsman doesn't live there.
Mm-hmm. Though if Huntsman is working with Wolf, they could have easily thought of a way to involve Reiki sort of to lure out Red.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, because, like, hearing his voice again, I actually think he's the one that went to go save Wolf from drowning in the lake.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Yeah.
And with that cold, unfeeling comment, he shut the door.
I mean, and also Red just said I saw the cold, steely gaze of Mr. Hunter again.
Yeah, he's definitely involved.
Yeah, he's definitely involved in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Now that I was alone, wizards!
The obvious answer here:
Mm-hmm.
leave.
Yeah.
That's the obvious answer.
Slowly, quietly, I reached for the doorknob. Whoa!
Oh, hi, Red. Oh, sorry,
何
Mr.
やっ
Huntsman.
てんだ
What
お
are
前
you doing? Good grief.
The door opened so suddenly that I fell back onto the floor. You decided to go out the front door when you have a perfectly good window? How dumb are you?
Very.
I tried to play innocent, but it was clear he had seen right through my little act. No shit he did. He fixed me with a cold stare that clearly conveyed how much of an idiot he thought I was. Because you are. Then I noticed he had dragged someone else in with him. Oh, hi, Wolf.
ついでにだが
Well, I was
お前
at
が
it.
変な
I
気を
decided
起
to
こさな
bring
い
you a
よ
little
う
bodyguard
見
to
張りを
keep
立てること
watch.
にした
Nice, let's go. My boy! It's been 84 years.
Finally here!
It took so long.
Didn't we make a joke that he was also going to be kidnapped?
Yeah, I did. Wait, why is he living in this cottage? Whatever.
Because there's no rent and it's in the middle of the woods, so he can be alone. Why else would you?
I mean, true. He's a little freak like that.
As long as he can get food, he doesn't care where he lives, and as long as people leave him alone.
So true. He's living his best life.
Oh yeah, he does say trespassing, so yeah, he
Yeah.
does think of this as like his property.
Mm-hmm. How? Let go, you brute! I'll sue you for trespassing.
ああそうか
Right, you
好き
do
にし
that.
ろ
The other guy had blonde hair and blue eyes. I had a feeling that his
隣
name
にい
was
たのを引っ張り
Alice.
出してきたま
Figured I just grabbed the guy from the
話し相手くらい
room
には
next
なっ
door.
てくれ
He
る
ought
だ
to
ろう
keep you
さ
company at least. Yeah.
Flung into the room like meat to the dogs, the blonde guy promptly face planted onto the floor. Let's go!
Poor
Violence
Alice.
against Alice. He deserves it.
He didn't even do anything this time, though.
冷徹冷血
just
冷静
exists.
やにくそ男
Exactly.
覚えておけよ
Damn it. I'll get you for this, you heartless, cold-blooded nicotine addict.
Accurate.
Are you okay?
At this, the guy leapt to his feet, clutched his swollen nose, and swirled to face me.
Are you brain dead?
大丈夫なわけないだ
Are
ろ
you remotely capable of thinking for yourself? No, I'm not okay.
世間知らずの囚われのお姫様
Who do you
気取りが
think you are? Some kind of helpless damsel in distress? Now there's a cliche women really hate. God damn, my nose hurts.
Yes, I am. Looks like you don't have a nosebleed. That's a relief.
A fragile beauty such as myself would never be caught dead with a nosebleed. Those are reserved for pubescent brats, closet perverts, or joke
ギャルキャラと
characters.
相場が決まっている
Just then, a stream of red descended from the fragile beauty's, all caps, nostril.
Poor Alice.
Obscenities.
He
Swears.
please just unmute stream so you can hear it. I'll replay it if I have to.
Oh, okay, I'll unmute stream. What's he
Mhm.
say? Okay.
Did you gotta hear it?
What was that? Was that him screaming?
Yep.
He has such a high-pitched scream. That wasn't even a scream, that was a squeal.
Yeah. It's just perishing.
Oh,
Poor little
that's
guy.
awesome, I love it.
All right, settle down. Come sit over here.
As he squealed unintelligibly, I took him by the arm and sat him down. I grabbed a box of tissues off the shelf and pressed one to his nose.
Just sit tight until it stops, okay?
If you think that's enough to earn my undying gratitude, think again. I'm not stupid enough to fall for your little ploy. I refuse to owe anyone anything. I refuse to repay any favors. You want gratitude? Thank you very much. There, now we're even.
Cool. He may have talked a big game, but none of it was very intimidating with the tissue up his nose.
You're welcome.
I giggled and sat down next to him.
So what's your name?
Why should I
ど
tell
うして
you?
君に名乗る必要があるちなみに
And for the record,
君の
I'm
方から
school.
名乗れ無
I'm
礼
not
者
gonna
とか
do the
どうで
stupid
もいい
give me
や
your
り
name
方
and
を
I'll
する
give
気
you
もないと
mine
いう
shtick
こと
with you,
その
so
す
don't
っか
even
らかんの頭
try.
に叩きつけておけ無礼者
Okay. Okay then. Can I call you A? For A, asshole?
いいわけあるか
Excuse me?
僕
Hell
の名
no.
前がわ
Just
から
because you
ないか
don't
ら
know
とい
my
って
name
適
doesn't
当
mean
に
you
名
get
付け
to
よう
give
と
me
す
a
るな
new one.
何
Why do you
の
think
た
they
めに二
invented
人称
second
が存
person
在していると思っている
pronouns?
I mean, fair.
What are your preferred pronouns then?
I'm just confused as to what he could have said in the original Japanese. I don't feel like listening back and using my listening comprehension skills because, like, there aren't really second person pronouns in Japanese. Yeah. Like, they do kind of exist, but, like, it's solely for intimacy thing. So, like, the word for she is the same as the word for girlfriend. So, yeah.
So strictly intimacy only.
Yeah. Like, you can't just say she to anyone. It has to be, like, someone that's, like, your girlfriend. So... It's very interesting.
Hmm. Interesting.
名前がわからずともとりあえ
If you
ず
don't know
あなたと
someone's
か
name, you
あ
could
な
just
た
say,
様
hey,
とか
you,
話を合
or
わ
you
せ
there
ることがで
instead.
きるの
That's
が
the whole
二人称
point.
の良さだろ
I mean, I guess if he's just saying you, that makes sense.
Yeah. Because you definitely would just say you instead in Japanese.
Yeah. Oi.
The most infuriating of all, that nickname isn't actually all that far off.
Oh, really? So does your name start with an A?
I'm not gonna sit here and play 20 questions with you, so I'll just tell you. I'm the great Lord Alice.
Oh, he's a lord now. Okay.
I mean, he does own this property, presumably.
Oh yeah, I guess I would give him because lord is just like title, is like D/title owner, right?
Yeah, just landowner.
Yeah.
Alice? What a coincidence! My name is actually really similar. It's...
Yes, I already know. Thank you. It's Arisu, yes.
Sakai!
I shot him finger guns. Let's go. Finger guns are back.
But how did you know?
Why wouldn't I know? It's only natural, is it not? Use that empty brain of yours and think back on everything that's happened. You already introduced yourself to me, remember?
Wait, did we meet Alice before?
No, then. I'm tired of dealing with you, so I'm going to sleep.
Alice promptly flung himself down and pulled the blanket over his head.
Fair, I guess.
What? Hey, wait! I thought you were supposed to keep me company.
He literally said that. I love that.
I shook him by the shoulder.
Lord Alice!
God, will you shut up? You're so annoying. Who the hell do you think you are?
Damsel in distress?
That's...
He looked at me like I was pawn scum. Nah, it's just his face.
You think you're some kind of princess at a tower, then you ought to be bound and gagged. I'm sure all the masochistic girls would go nuts for that.
Harder!
No, that gets you to shut up. It's a win in my book.
But I'm not a masochist.
I know, you're a massive sadist. But if you want to be the heroine, then you better start acting like one. Why do you think princesses get kidnapped so often?
Wait, is this the... So we know Alice from the Cinderella world had like a complete like mind wipe
Yeah.
and reset of his personality. What if this Alice is from the Looking Glass world from the intro?
I think there might be a chance of that.
Because he's like, he already knows that our name is Arisu, but
Yeah.
technically that's our last name
Yeah.
in this world.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. We'll have to keep playing.
Yep. Because they're frail? Because they have some kind of special power? No. They exist to enable the male character to be the hero.
I mean, pop off. He's making some good points now.
Yeah.
True that.
He was completely right, yeah.
Don't worry, I haven't forgotten my role in this.
I got up and opened the window.
Let's go.
A frigid breeze blew in.
Thoughts.
Pressing my windblown hair down, I responded to his wordless gaze.
I just can't help but worry that he's out there, hurt and suffering, all for my sake. To me, it doesn't matter how cliche it may be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't give a crap about your barf-worthy tragic heroine routine, so shut the damn window, now! It's freezing!
Fine.
So much for our dramatic conversation. Wait, she wasn't gonna jump out?
I don't know, man. Oh, looks like she did. Oh, Red's
No,
perspective.
we're in Red's perspective now.
Yeah.
And the border changed.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out. She's not here. She's not here. She's not here. She's not anywhere. She was all I could think of as I ran through the town. I'll never wander off again. From then on, I'm gonna pledge to live my life alone. I try my best not to interact or involve myself with others. I lived hidden away from the public eye. I had no human connections, no friends, no lovers, nowhere to belong. No one knew I existed. No one cared. That's the way it was the year before last. That's the way it was last year. And that's the way it is now. I didn't feel sad about it. To me, it was the status quo. Until I met those nice people, this was just life. I had merely returned to how things always were. But then one person came along and changed everything. They lived together with me, touched me, spoke to me. To me.
Give him treats.
These things were completely unfathomable and unorthodox. I admit, we wouldn't have lived together if it weren't for the choices I made. But it was only temporary. I wasn't straying from the path. I was using her for my own purposes. To carry out my own little revenge story.
Oh?
I spotted Yoshi entirely by chance. He seemed to be having a fun conversation with a girl I didn't know. 5 years had passed since then, and we'd both grown up. But I knew at once that he was the same guy from back then. The instant I looked at him, I felt my frozen heart start to thaw. Then all of these memories I had never bothered to remember came flooding back. And with it came a new emotion I hadn't felt then. Resentment. I couldn't help but blame the entire grandmother incident on the fact that he had mistaken me for Wolf in the first place. Yes, I knew this resentment was misplaced.
Well, good for you.
I knew it wasn't his fault. I knew how I really ought to blame. But I didn't have any other way to vent this frustration. Like a river, time drifted on, and after months of agonizing over it, eventually I decided to go and talk to Roshi for myself.
Ryoshi Huntsman.
I didn't expect it to solve anything, of course. I was just hoping that it would help me sort out my feelings. But over those few months, Yoshi had disappeared without a trace, leaving me unable to track him down. All I knew was that he had a younger sister who lived alone in a large mansion. And she was the very girl I had seen him talking to. That was when I formulated a plan. I would anonymously harass her in order to lure her brother out of hiding. I thought surely
Red
he
sent
would...
the message.
Yeah. But what about the second message? Would that have been him too? That's a little weird. I guess we'll find out.
I feel like if you're like trying to draw someone out, you go with the escalation.
Maybe.
So I think the second message was from him.
We'll find out. I thought surely he would have no choice but to take action when one of his family members were in danger. So I tailed her, sent threatening messages to her house, then watched her for her reaction. Although she was related to Roshi, I never felt any resentment toward her.
Wait, does that mean he's not a cop?
Maybe not. I may have wanted to frighten her, but I never intended to harm her. Is this just an excuse to feel better about myself? Perhaps. But the point remains, I never wished to do her any harm. Unfortunately, though his sister was in peril, Yoshi never showed his face. Exasperated, I donned a policeman's garb in order to infiltrate the Arisu house myself. He's not a cop.
He's not a cop.
I
Damn
guess
it.
no A cop for him. He's safe.
Yeah, he's now officially safe.
Why a policeman? I couldn't tell you. Maybe I was touched with the idea of a hero who could fight evildoers and protect the weak. Meanwhile, she accepted me and my deception all too easily. Strange. All at once, the girl I had watched from afar was now right in front of me. I tried...
Some stalker shit.
Yeah, a little bit. I tried everything I could to scare her enough to get her to call her brother over. It all backfired spectacularly.
Yeah, because he doesn't give a shit.
She seemed to feel safe with me around. She believed me when I said I would protect her. And over time, I realized she was just as isolated as I was. Her family had left her all alone in a giant house in order to pursue their own ambitions. At first glance, she didn't seem that devastated about it, but I knew all too well how she must have felt deep down. I miss you. Over time, I grew to care for her more and more. She was like the sun, bright, warm, and lit up the room wherever she went. She was different from grandmother, different from my friend, and different from my mother too. She smiled at me. She cooked for me. She touched me. She consoled me. She claimed to love me. In just a few short days, she gave me so much. As I spent more and more time with her, it became harder and harder to breathe, like my chest was in a vice. I felt like I was drowning. There I was, flailing my limbs, desperate to reach the surface. Then she came along, and pulled me up. All along, I had known the significance of this agony. I need you. A long, long time ago, I disobeyed my mother and ventured outside. If only I had obeyed her and kept myself cooped up in that dark house, I never would have made that discovery.
いいこと？あなたは他の子と違ってとってもいい子な
Now
の。
listen here. You're not like all the other kids. You're a precious angel.
だからお外で遊ん
That's
では
why
ダ
you
メ。
mustn't play
周りの
outside.
みんなは
The world
狼
is
なの。
filled with wicked wolves,
狼
and you
は
can
どんな
never
悪いこ
trust
とを
them.
するかわ
So
から
if
な
one
い
of
か
them
ら
talks to you,
話しかけ
be
られて
sure
も知
to
らん顔
ignore
をして
them.
いるのですよ。
I'm sorry, Mother. The truth is, I always yearned to explore the outside world. The temptation of the sunshine led me astray. Now that I learned the truth, there weren't wolves at all. No, I was the wolf. And now, just as I yearned for the sunshine then, now I long to be by her side. But she was taken from me, and I was powerless to stop it. At the time, I was frozen in my place, my knees quaking in fear. Some sorry excuse for a man I turned out to be. But I can't change who I am. I'm a stupid weakling who dares not trespass into another person's space. I'm a policeman. Reikyu. Alone, I
He's
whispered
not a
her
cop.
name.
Fuck.
Reikyu. 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 But no matter how many times I called for her, she never responded.
Bark!
No surprise there, of course. Not like she was around to hear it. I knew all along. I knew the second blackmail letter was intended not for her, but for me. I called it!
Yeah, like, oh.
Once I infiltrated her house as a policeman, my plan was to end the targeted harassment. But then a mysterious third party took up the reins in my stead, and their threats were steadily escalating.
Mr. Huntsman.
At first I wasn't sure what to do, but eventually I decided I wanted to rescue her from all the fear and uncertainty and loneliness. What an arrogant concept. I don't know what sort of person the wolf truly is. She told me she couldn't think of anything she'd done to court someone's wrath. That was only natural, of course, because she was entirely innocent.
We don't know that for sure.
If anything, I was the criminal who deserved punishment. And now that punishment has been dealt, in the form of her absence. No crime goes unpunished. And I've committed an unforgivable crime. Thus, I deserve retribution. However, I simply cannot abide her taking the brunt of it in my place. So I searched every place I could think of. I had no leads to go off of, so my only hope was to grasp at straws.
Bark!
すみません
Oh, hey, it's the cafe.
誰かいま
Oh
せん
yeah.
か
Sorry to bother you. Is anyone home?
Cinderella, Cinderella, Cinderella.
彼女なら
Alice.
ここにはいないぞ。
She's
Aw.
not here, you know.
彼女
She?
な
How
ぜ
do you know what I was going to
彼女の
ask?
ことが聞きたいということを知っている
知っている
Trust
さ。
me. I
なん
know
で
everything.
なら
Then tell me,
教えてく
where
れ
is she?
知ってどうする？
What do you want to know?
どう
Is
す
it
るって
obvious?
それは
Hi.
腹を減らした
You want to
悪い
rescue her
狼
from
から
the
彼女
gaping
を
maw
救
of
い
a
出そう
hungry
と
wolf?
して
Is
るん
that
だ。
it?
そうだ
Precisely.
赤ずきん。
Red Riding
確かに
Hood.
君
You
は
truly
愚
are
か
a
で
global
騙されやすい。
fool. Surely even
だがしかし
you must have figured out the
狼が
wolf's
何に化け
disguise,
ているのか
correct?
気づいていないわけではないのだろう。
Nope.
Thoughts.
罪には
No
罰。
crime goes unpunished.
彼女を食べよ
The
うとし
big
た
bad
悪い
wolf who
狼
tried to
は
eat the
腹を
ghost will
切り
never
裂
have
か
his belly
れ、中には
sliced
石ころを
open,
詰められ、
or shall have
最
his
後
belly
に
sliced
溺れてし
open,
まう。
or his maw filled with
それでも
stones.
構わない。
Or perhaps he'll be drowned altogether. Are you sure?
それが狼
If
の
that's
末
the
路
wolf's
な
fate, then so be
ら
it.
仕方のないことだそれよりも
What matters is that I must
彼女は
rescue her from the
真っ
darkness.
暗な世界に
She's
閉じ込めら
frightened,
れて
and someone ought to
怖い
help
思い
her.
をしている
それは漁
Isn't
師
that
の
the
役
hunter's job?
君は漁師と違い
You're not a
何
hunter.
の武器
You're
も持たない
gullible
無
and
力な
powerless,
存在だ。
with no weapons at your
騙される
disposal.
だけの君に
What can
何
you
が
possibly hope to achieve?
わからない
I don't know. But
ただ
I don't care if I'm
騙され
gullible.
てもいい
Go ahead and trick me. I just want her to be happy.
彼女の喜ぶ姿を見たいだけなのです。
君は本当に
You
愚かだ
truly
な。
are a fool.
いや、
Foolishly
正し
honest
く
to be
愚直と言うべき
precise.
か。
Or to put it
もっ
more
と気を使った言
kindly.
い方をして
You're
るな
sincere,
ら、素直というか、無垢と
naive
いうか、
perhaps.
純粋というか。ま
Not that
あ、
you're
考えるこ
functionally
とを
any
放
different
棄した
from a
バカに
thoughtless
は違いない
buffoon.
がな。騙されるということは、
If you're
相手
gullible,
を
it
信
means
じて
you're
いる。
readily trusting.
疑
You
わ
aren't
ないと。
skeptical.
おそらく、それ
I'm
が
guessing
君の
that's
武
your
器で
best
もあると
weapon,
同
the
時に、
strongest
くさびでもあ
linchpin.
るのだ。罪には
They
罰。
say no crime goes unpunished.
果たして本当
Then
にそうな
again,
のか
you know what they say about an eye for an eye?
罪には
It makes the whole world blind.
赤ずきん、
Listen to me,
彼女
Red
は
Riding
湖
Hood.
にいる。
She's at the lake.
彼女はお
Go and
前をとっ
rescue
て
her
も
as
可
a
愛がっ
thanks
て
for
く
all
れ
the
たの
nice
だから
things she
救い
did
出
for
して
you,
やれ。
alright?
きっと
I'm sure
彼
she'd
女も喜ぶ
appreciate
だろう
it.
さ。
Right.
赤ずきん、
Red,
今
don't
度
go
こそ道
astray
草
again.
するなよ。
Wizard taking Alice's appearance. Oh, come on. We know the real Alice is asleep with Reikyu. There I was, standing on the lake pier. My hands were tied behind my back, and my captor's arm was around my neck, preventing my escape. Fortunately, he wasn't crushing my windpipe, so I could still breathe just fine. Who was my captor, you asked? None other than our very own wolf. He stared straight ahead, his lips pursed together, unsmiling. It was so unlike his usual demeanor that I could scarcely speak. So, how's the weather? Red would be here any minute now. And when he arrived, the big, bad wolf was gonna gobble him right up. Poor, gullible Red Riding Hood. Please, won't someone save him from the darkness?
Reikyu.
Sure enough, he turned up, his face ashen. He must have run around searching the whole town. He was gasping for breath with a pained expression on his face. Red! I shouted in my most anguished voice. Almost like I was a princess in a tower. Is she long conning him here?
I don't know.
Like, she might be.
動くな。動いたらこの
Hold it
女
right
を
there.
殺す。
One step and she dies. His tone was menacing as he pressed a dagger to my cheek. Reflexively, I jerked away, causing his arm to clamp down tighter around my neck, and I began to struggle.
やめろ
Stop, please.
やめてくれ
I'm begging you.
お願いだ
ざまあないな、赤ず
Just
きん。
look at yourself.
いつもの
Red
余裕ぶ
Riding
った態
Hood.
度はど
Not
こ
so
行ったん
stoic
だよ。
now, are you?
脅迫状は読んだだろう。
You got my message,
罪を
right?
認めな
If you refuse to admit your
お前の
crime,
大事な
I'll
もの
kill
をぶっ
someone you
壊
care
すって
about.
な。
Remember?
さあ、
Go on
女を
then.
殺された
If
く
you
な
don't
けりゃ
want her to die,
罪を
then
認
let's
めろ。
hear it.
認めます
Okay,
認
I
めます
admit it. So please,
お願い
just
し
let
ま
her
す
go.
You admit
言葉で
what?
はそう言えるよ。
How can I be sure you really mean it?
どうすればいい
What do you want me to
何
do?
でもする
We'll do anything.
何で
We'll
もす
do
る
whatever
から
you want.
彼女を
So
傷
please
つけな
don't
いでく
hurt
ださい
her.
なんでもね。
Anything? Huh?
そうだ、赤
Well
ずきん。
then, let's see
お
you
前が
take
か
off
ぶっ
that
ている
precious
その
Red
頭
Riding
巾を
Hood.
脱いでみろよ。
Maybe then I could be convinced
そ
to
うした
let
ら
her go.
こいつを離
これを
My Riding Hood.
どうしたでき
What's the
ない
matter? Can't
た
do
だ
it.
脱げば
I'm
いいだ
only
けなんだ
asking you to
ろ。
take it off. But if you
で
really
きないのなら
can't... As he spoke, Wolf dangled me over the lake.
I'll do it. I'll take it off.
Okay, now the shirt. Oh, sorry. His face drained of color. Red reached up and grabbed the fabric. Then, hands shaking, he slowly but surely lowered his hood.
Ears.
He is a wolf boy.
Thoughts.
Atop his head sat a distinctive pair of ears. Puppy? Puppy?
Puppy.
Puppy?
Puppy.
Those ears. He hung his head, unwilling to meet my gaze.
どうしたこっちを
What's
見
the
ろよ
matter? Look at me. At this, he looked up again.
赤ずきそれがお
This
前
is
の
your
本
true
性なんだよ
identity, Red Riding Hood.
お前
You're
は
a wolf.
狼なんだ
そうです
You're correct.
私の本当の姿
Nothing so noble as a police
正義の
officer.
味方などではなく
Rather, I am a wicked wolf.
悪い狼なんです
His voice shook as he confessed the truth.
そうだなお前は
That's
狼
right. You're a big bad wolf.
どうすればい
Do
い
you
か
know
わ
what
かる
that means? Red collapsed to his knees and prostrated himself.
謝れ
I apologize.
私
I'm
が謝
very
るか
sorry,
ら
so please.
彼女
Let
の
her
こと
go
は許
free.
してくださ
It
い
was all my fault.
全部私が悪かったんですお願いです
I'm begging you.
どうか許
Please
して
forgive
くださ
her.
い
She's done nothing
彼
wrong,
女には何の
So
罪
wait, the
もな
wolf
いんです
metaphor was real?
I guess.
Like, the fuck? This isn't like a curse or something?
Maybe.
His voice cracked with fear. Nevertheless, he screamed and begged, pleading for my sake. Red. I felt sorry for him.
なあ赤ずき俺
Tell
が
me,
誰か
Red
わかる
Riding
か
Hood. Do you know who I am?
誰か
What?
俺はお前を知っている
If I know you,
なら
then it stands to
お前
reason
も
you
俺
know
を知
me
ってるはずだろ
too, right?
それは
Well,
わからないのかよ
You really don't know who
Achan.
I am, Blondie?
俺のふりをして
You
ばあちゃんに会い
impersonated me
に
to
行
go
っただろ
visit my grandma. Remember? Using the hand currently holding a dagger, Wolf reached up and pulled off his trademark black rimmed glasses. After a long, long silence, Red whispered,
狼なのか
was that you?
あ
That's
そうだよ
right. It's me,
あ狼だ
Wolf. Red's complexion turned snow white.
ごめんなさいごめん
I'm
なさい
sorry,
ご
I'm
めんな
sorry,
さ
I'm
い
sorry,
ごめん
I'm
なさ
sorry,
い
I'm
ごめん
sorry,
な
I'm
さい
sorry.
ごめんなさいじゃねえよ今の今まで俺の正体に気づかなかったく
All
せに
this time, and you never realized it was me?
それは
俺の
I
こと
literally
忘
just
れ
took
て
an
たか
O and an E out of my name when I wrote that letter. I know he didn't write the letter, but it was a good joke. Did you forget about me?
そんなことは
No. Of course not. I've always remembered you.
ずっと
Always.
あなたのこと
I
は
never once forgotten you. In all
一
my
度も
life.
忘れたことはありません
そうだよな
Of course.
俺もお
I
前
never
のこと
forgot
忘れて
about
なか
you
ったぜ
either.
もちろん
Nor did I forget what you
あの日のこともな。
did that day.
ひどい話だよな
Jerk move,
俺は
don't
ず
you
っ
think?
とお前のこと
I thought he was
友
a
達だと思ってたのにさお前は俺を裏切った
Then
っ
you
てわけ
betrayed
だ
me. You ran off to
溺れ
see
た
my
俺を
sweet
放っておいて
grandma and left
自
my
分は
ass
大
to
好きなばあ
drown.
ちゃんの
And
見
then you
舞い
had the
に行
nerve
って
to
ちゃっ
impersonate
かり
me.
俺のふりしてるんだお前のせいで
What do you think
あ
happened
の
after
後どうなっ
that,
たと思
huh?
ってんだ
How do you think Grandma felt once you find
お
out you
前に
lied
騙
to
された
her?
と知っ
Huh?
た
Grandma
ら
lived?
こんな顔して何震えてんだよ
Look at you.
全部お前がやったことだろ
Don't you realize this is all your fault?
分かってます
I know.
分かってねえよ
No, you
全
don't.
然分かってね
You don't know anything.
俺はさ
I
ず
looked
っとお前のこと
everywhere
探
for
して
you.
たぜ
I had something I wanted to say to you no
お前を探し出して。
matter what.
ずっとなんだかわかるか
Do you know what I
わかんねえ
wanted
よ
to
な。
say? I bet you
昔から
don't.
バカだった
You
もんな
always
お
were a
前
total dumbass.
そりゃそうだ。
No
みんなが
surprise there
学校行
though.
ってる
While
間、
everyone else
お
was
前
at
はずっ
school,
とこ
you
の
were sitting
湖で
around
一人ぼっ
that
ちでいたんだもん
by
な。
yourself.
かわいそう
Poor little baby.
俺はそんなお前に声を
But
か
I
けてやっ
reached
たよ
out to you.
な。遊んでやったよな。
I even invited you to my
家にも招
house
待して
and introduced you to my
俺
family.
の家族を。俺たちはよくいた
I
ずらし
remember
て
we used to screw
ばあ
around
ち
a
ゃんに
lot,
怒られた
and
っけ
Grandma would yell at us.
ばあちゃんは怖かったけど
She could be
優し
scary.
く
She was an angel.
俺たちは
And
そん
we
なばあちゃん
loved
のこ
her.
と大好きだった
Yes.
お前今もそれかぶってん
That's the
だ
same riding hood she made you,
ばあ
isn't
ちゃ
it?
んがお前
You
のため
still
に
wear
作っ
it
て
to this day, huh?
赤ずきんばあちゃん分かってたんだ
See,
よな
she knew you were
お前
self-conscious
が
about
ず
your
っとその
appearance.
頭気にしてる
That's why she made it for you.
なのにお前はばあちゃんが
Then
病
when
気で
she
弱ってる
fell
時
ill, you
ばあちゃんを
decided to
騙
trick
そうと
her.
したんだ
I'm sorry.
なあなんでお前はあの時
Why didn't you just tell
私
her
は
who you
狼じ
were?
ゃありませんって言う
I'm sorry.
ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry.
ごめんなさい。
I'm
ごめんな
sorry.
さい。
I'm sorry.
ごめんなさい。
He's a scared, dumb little kid.
Yeah.
またそれか
There you go
いいか
again. Look,
俺は
Blondie,
な
I don't
お前
want
の
your
謝罪なんて欲
apologies.
しくねえんだよ
だったら
What do you want?
どうすれば
罪を認めろって言
Like
っ
I
たろ
said, acknowledge your crimes. だから
But I haven't acknowledged
さ
them
っきから
just
認め
now.
てるだろう。
全然分かって
You
る
really don't get it, do you? Don't get all
何切れ
snippy
た
with me, all right?
だから俺はい
い加減
Just let her
彼
go
女を離
already.
せ
My crimes have nothing to do with
私に
her.
どれだけ罪があろうと
Oh,
彼女には
contraire.
罪はない
ああそうかもな
Yeah, you
お
may
前
have
と
a
彼女
point
の罪
there.
は別
Her
物だ
crimes are entirely separate.
てかお前本当に
Man,
彼女のこと
You
好き
really got it bad for her, huh?
な
Well,
あ
let take it from me. You're
So
barking up the
skip
wrong
it,
tree. I've
huh?
been trying for a while.
彼女がお前に優しい
What's
から
the
好き
story
になり
there,
ました
anyhow?
てか
Did you fall for her because she was nice to you?
No.
それじゃあばあ
That's
ちゃんの
basically
時
how
と
it
一
was
緒
with
じゃ
my
ねえか
grandma, right? We'll take anyone as long as they're
本当は
nice.
自分に優し
Is
く
that
して
it?
くれるやつな優しくされたことがない
You're
から
just starved
優
for
しくして
attention,
くれ
aren't
る
you?
やつに
You
懐いてる
replaced the
だけ
mother
だ
who abandoned you with my
お前は
grandma.
自分を捨
And
てた
now
母ちゃんの
Odyssey
幻想
here
を
is
俺の
your
ばあ
new
ちゃんに
replacement
そ
goldfish.
して今度は彼女に
Accurate.
Ah!
Screaming.
Mm-hmm.
He let out an almost wolfish howl.
Man, that sounded like a pretty humanish scream, if you ask me.
I mean, humans can go feral.
I mean, yeah, but
As the scream rent the air, I grew worried that he might be breaking.
なら彼女をこ
In
こ
that
で
case,
失っても
it
大丈
doesn't
夫だ
matter
よ
if you
な
lose this one. You'll find a replacement
彼
sooner or
女がいな
later,
くなっ
right?
ても彼女の代わりはいるもんな
that's not true.
He screamed at the top of his lungs. He was consciously denying Wolf's claim of his own volition.
It's not true. It's not true. I admit, I have a weakness for women who treat me with kindness.
Same. Like, damn.
But there's no replacement for her. Nor for grandmother. Wolf. I regret what I did to your grandmother. And to you. You had everything I lacked, and I envied you.
だから奪おうと
So
思
you
った
decided to take it for yourself.
No. I never once thought that. Yes. I was jealous of you. But I never intended to deceive anyone.
でも結果的
But
に
you
お前はあの
did.
日嘘をつい
You lied.
Yes, that's true. I tricked grandmother and led her to believe I was you. That day, when Hiroshi came and told us she had collapsed, my whole body shook. Our beloved grandmother was usually the picture of health, so I found it all very hard to believe.
Any bad bets with a wizard lately? Around that time?
But Yoshi grabbed my hand and told me to go. So I left you drowning in the lake and went to her. I should have corrected him. I should have pointed him your way. I knew she was calling for you, not me, and yet... I took advantage of the fact that Ryoshi had us mixed up, and I pretended that I was her grandson.
そうだ
Listen,
そしてお前はその罪を漁師さん
And
に
then
な
you
すり
tried
つけ
to
ようと
pin
し
the
たんだ
blame on Mr. Huntsman.
違い
no.
ます
Red shook his head.
何が違うんだよ
No?
でな
Then
く
what was
脅迫状なんて
that
送らねえだ
blackmail
ろ
letter for?
それは
That was... Oh,
それは
no,
そ
you're
の
right.
通りです私は
The truth is, I want to escape my
本当は
guilt,
罪から逃
but
れ
the
たかっ
guilt
たんで
lies
す
squarely with me.
悪いのは私で
I
す
wanted to believe that I was forced to
でも
lie, forced by
あくまでも
Ryoshi.
嘘をついた動機は本当
I'm
に
so very sorry.
すみませんでした
His voice was watery. He bowed until his forehead pressed against the ground.
そうか
Right.
あの時
If only you hadn't lied, this never would have happened. Wolf sounded sad, disappointed, perhaps.
私はずっと
I'm not a police officer assigned to
あなた
protect
に
you.
嘘をついてい
I
ま
was
した。
lying to you the entire time.
私は
This is the boy
あ
that
なたを
cried
守る
wolf.
警察官などではありません。
Yeah.
私は
As you can see,
私の
Truth
本当の
is-
正体は
I'm a big bad wolf.
見ての
I
通
mean,
り
we saw from Cinderella's route that
私
they
はあ
don't
なた
mind
を
like
騙していたんです。
mashing fairy tales together to make an interesting
本当に申し
situation
訳あ
or
り
like
ま
an
せんでした。
interesting dynamic.
Yeah, but I like that his name is Red Riding Hood, but he's the big bad wolf and also the boy that cried wolf.
Yeah, exactly. He's all three wrapped in one. It's
Yes.
nice.
A package deal.
Hmm.
I deceived
Also,
you.
puppy.
Yes, puppy. I deceived you. Really. I can't apologize enough.
Sit. Speak. He squeezed his eyes shut. Tears trickled out between his lashes and rolled down his cheeks. I quietly wiped them away. Honestly, I'm the one who should apologize.
Were you?
I knew you were deceiving me, and I was deceiving you right back.
私は
When?
騙す
You were.
Yeah, all the harassment that took place after you came to my house, all of it was completely staged.
I see. Thoughts.
I'm so sorry.
Oh, because they needed her to be in on it.
Maybe.
I hung my head in shame.
Huh?
Wolfie and Ryoshi told me all about you,
Damn.
and after everything I heard, I decided I would take part in their scheme. Not only did I hide it all from you, I took advantage of your kindness, and I could see how much our little stunt has hurt you. I'm really sorry, Red.
Maybe that's why she, blatantly said I can fix you.
I mean, she did say that. She did have the
I'll fix you moment.
Yeah, she had the inside thought out loud.
yeah.
Thoughts.
At this sudden confession, Red fell quiet. I had braced myself for this, of course, but it didn't make the silence any less uncomfortable. I might have really hurt him. The thought was like a knife in my chest.
こりゃまたえらい目にあ
Oh,
った
look, a
な。
knife in my chest. When did that get there?
Well. Looks like you got yourself in trouble again.
Just then I heard a familiar deep voice from somewhere above me. Huntsman?
God.
God? Oh, Huntsman. Okay. I looked up to find Mr. Huntsman, Ryoshi, standing over us with a lollipop in his mouth. Way to kick the habit, dude.
久しぶりだな。元気だったか
Hey there. Long time no see. How have you been?
お前は
It's you.
He smiled. Red pulled me close while glaring daggers up at my brother. Bro, didn't you just say that you wrongly accused him? No surprise there, I guess. After all, Ryoshi was the true mastermind behind this plot.
Ah, too!
Ne,
Don't forget about me,
俺
you
もいるんす
guys.
けど
Wolfie looked at us reproachfully as he staggered to his feet.
王冠
Wolf.
どっこいしょ
Ah, up we go. I'm gonna get sick all over again. That was only just over my
風邪ひいちゃっ
cold.
たかもっていうか突然襲い
Why
か
you
か
gotta
るなよ
lunge at me like that anyhow?
マジビビった
You freaked me out, dang it.
He sniffed.
でだ、
So,
赤
now
ず
that
き
the
ん
three
と
of us are
狼
all
と漁
present
師
and
と
accounted for,
役者が
where
揃った
shall we
ところで
start?
どこ
We exchanged looks.
は
What?
Meanwhile, Red was struggling to process this.
Valid.
It's an intervention with extra steps. The dramatic tension had evaporated, leaving him blinking, baffled. I pulled away from him slightly to lead things off.
First of all, Let's all introduce ourselves. I'm Reikyu Arasu. Next.
アリス漁師
I'm Yoshi Arisu.
お前も知っ
As
て
you
の
know,
通り
I'm Reiki
こいつ
Arisu's
の
older
兄貴で
brother.
漁
And I
師を
work
し
as
て
a
いる
hunter.
で最後に真打
Last
登
but
場
not least,
俺様
it's
の
your
出番
boy
ね
Wolf, the star of
俺
the
は
show.
狼
I'm
ア
Arasu's
リスとは
star-crossed
男
lover
女の
and
中を超えた
soulmate,
ソウル
and
メイトで
Yoshi is my
漁
mentor
師
and
さんとは
savior.
命
As
の
for
恩
Red,
人兼
he's
師
my
弟関
childhood
係
friend.
で
And he's just living as his own anime protagonist.
Yep.
私と狼が
Friends, you and I.
っておー
His hand enthusiastically.
いやーさすが
I
にちょ
gotta
いやりす
say,
ぎか
I
な
was
とは
pretty
思った
worried
んだ
about
けど
overdoing it, you
漁
know.
師さんが
But
さ
Ryoshi insisted on it.
やるなら
As I
徹
told
底
him,
的に
you
や
have
ら
to
ねえ
do
と
it like
真
you
実
mean
味が
it,
ない
or
だ
else
ろ
it won't feel genuine.
Damn. Panty raid.
I still think you went overboard personally.
Panty raid. Panty raid.
Nuts.
I'm guessing now you want to know why you were deceived, huh?
はい
Yes.
Long story short, we wanted you to understand. It was like a moral lesson. Don't blackmail people.
教訓
Understand what?
Oh, sorry, you didn't hear me the first time. Don't blackmail people! We wanted to show you that you're not alone. We wanted you to realize that.
孤独じゃ
Not
ない
alone.
Ryoshi and Wolf told me basically the whole story. They were both worried about you. See, you're convinced that you're all alone and that you have to be. To you, anything else would be a sin because this is your self-enforced punishment for the crime you've committed. But the truth is, you hate it more than anyone. Anything. You're always hated being alone. But your integrity kept you from acknowledging that fact. You stubbornly refused to accept it. Then, as the years went by, your loneliness became the status quo. But too much solitude would turn your heart to ice.
So we felt we had to save you before you froze over completely. Speaking of that, I'm still a little chilly. Then I got that blackmail letter from you. So the three of us talked about it. We decided to use the opportunity to our advantage. That said, not everything went exactly according to plan. I gave a self-deprecating laugh.
私は
Sorry.
ていうかひでえよあっちゃん
Tell me about it. You're such a jerk, Blondie.
なんで俺のこと見てすぐに
How
気
the
づか
heck
ねえ
did
ん
you
だよ
not recognize me right
完
away?
全に俺
You
のこと
totally
忘れてただろ
forgot me, didn't you?
It's been years, Wolf.
True.
せっかく狼イコール狼つ
With
な
all
がりで
this
わ
wolf
かりや
talk,
すいヒント
you
出し
think
たっ
I'd
て
be at the
のに
right at the
結局俺の
forefront
方
of
か
your
ら名乗ら
mind,
なきゃ
but
わかん
no,
ねえで
I
や
had
ん
to
の
introduce myself like a loser. No, you had a pretty good line there, honestly. It was like straight up like villain
Yeah.
introducing themselves. Like that was I loved it.
But at the same time, like, Wolf, come on.
Yeah, Wolf, yeah, exactly. Like it was too obvious. Wait, Wolf is the name that Red gave it.
忘れて
Yeah,
ない
but still.
けど
Okay.
狼
No,
は
I didn't
そん
forget
な
you.
ダサい
I
メガネなん
just
てかけてなかったし
didn't recognize you with those nerdy glasses.
な
What?
あ今笑ったっすね
Did you just
きっ
laugh?
て
You jerk.
うるせえ
Pipe down.
無駄
Enough
口
of the
叩いて
chit
ねえ
chat.
でとっとと
Let's move
話を
on.
進めろ
At last, Ryoshi broke his silence in order to land a kick on Wolf.
Damn.
Punch him into the like.
あ
Ow!
もうひどいっすよ漁師さん
You bully!
Dots.
Ryoshi jerked his chin in a gesture of "Shut up and explain your side of things."
Dots.
俺さずっ
I
とお
always
前のこと
regretted
が
the
気
way
がか
things
りだ
went down that day.
お前が俺のふりしてばあちゃんの
After
見
you
舞いに行った
impersonated
あ
me
の
to
日
visit
か
my
ら
grandma,
お前
just
は
up
俺の
and
前から
vanished
消
from
え
my
た
life.
で俺もすぐ
I
に
moved
手
back
術
to the
のため
big
に引っ
city
越
so
す
I
こ
could
とに
get
なった
surgery. Never got to say goodbye. You were always on my mind.
ずっ
Gay.
と心に引っかかっ俺さ無事に手術
The
も成功し
surgery
て
was a total
元気になって
success. I recovered
思いっ
pretty
きり
quick.
走れるようになった
Did
ん
you
だ
know I
ぜ
can run super fast these days?
昔とは違うんだ
Things are different now.
もう無理
Nobody
だ
holds me back anymore.
しちゃダメだとか
Even
言
if
わ
they
れないし
tried, I
言
wouldn't
わ
let
せね
them.
えそんな俺がなんで
So
こ
why
ん
would
な
I
クソ
bother
田舎
coming
に
back to
戻っ
this
てきたと思う
backwood podunk town?
全部お前のためなんだよ
Wolf pointed squarely in Red's face.
私のため
そうだよ
Yes,
ようや
you!
くお前を見つ
And
け
then
て
when I
喜
finally
んで
found
話しかけたっての
I
に
was
ス
so
ルーだね
excited.
スル
I
ー
tried to talk to you, but you ignored me. You ignored me, dude!
What?
いつのこ
When
と
was
だ
this?
俺がこの町にやって
Right
き
when I
てすぐ
first
のこ
moved
とだよ
back.
Dots.
ほら覚えて
Oh
ね
my
えし
god, he doesn't even remember.
Look,
仕方ない
it's not my
だろ
fault, okay?
時
It's been
間も経ってい
years.
たし
そりゃそうだけどさ
I mean,
俺は分か
yeah,
った
I
んだ
get
し
that. Still
白状
pretty
じゃ
cold
ね
though. At the time, I was
俺
like,
という親
dude,
友を
this
忘れ
asshole
たのか
forgot
この
about
野
his
郎
best
ってあの
friend.
時は思ったねまあでもその後たまたま漁師さ
After I
ん
ran
と
into
再会
Ryoshi
して
again, and he told me what was going on
なお
with
前
you.
の事情をいろいろあの後お前
He told me you've
ず
been
っと
alone
一
all
人でい
that
たんだよ
time.
なまさか
I
あ
never
の時の
thought
こと
for a
をずっ
minute
と気に
that
してるなんて
you'd still
思わ
be
なかっ
hung
た
up on that stuff to this day.
ばっかじゃねえの
You're pretty dumb. You know that?
You don't have to be so
そんな言い方し
rude
なくたっ
about
ていい
it.
だろ
いや俺にはお
Excuse
前に
me?
いろいろ
I
言う
think
権
I've
利
earned
が
the
ある
right
ね
to call you names
なん
after
だって
that.
お
You
前
left
は
me to
俺を
drown while you
湖に
ran
置
off
き
to
去り
visit
にした
Grandma
あ
at my
げく
place,
俺のふりし
remember?
てばあちゃんの見舞いに
それは
Yes, but
俺があの後どれだ
Do
け
you
お前
know
を
how
探したと
hard I
思ってんだ
searched for you after that?
俺はお前に言いたいこといっ
I had
ぱいあっ
so
たんだ
much I
よ
wanted to say to
なの
you,
に逃げやがっ
and
て
yet you turned tail and ran.
俺はなお
I
前
wasn't
が
mad
俺を
about
置
you
いて
leaving me
俺の
or
ふりしてばあちゃん
impersonating
に
me.
会い
I
に行
was
ったことを
I
怒
was
ってんじ
mad
ゃなく
about
て
you ghosting
そ
me.
の後俺の前から姿を
ごめん
お
Enough!
数年後
At least for
Oops.
blah 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 blah. At least now we're finally talking again. Years later.
I honestly thought he wasn't gonna say more stuff. Oops. Thoughts.
You think he was just gonna leave it on enough?
ちゃんとおばあちゃんの見舞いに行ったよ
Okay.
I'm
I went to
tired.
visit Grandma myself later on.
You did?
溺れたのを助けてもらった後
After Ryoshi rescued me from the
漁
lake,
師さんに
he
病
took
院
me
に
to
連
the
れて行っ
hospital and let me see her.
ばあちゃん元気だった
She
よ
was in good spirits, actually.
悪い病
She
気
was
にかか
struggling
っ
with
て
a
大
pretty
変そうだ
nasty
ったけど
sickness, but she could still talk.
そんで俺ちゃんと
So I apologized to her for being such a spoiled brat all the
困らせ
time.
てごめんばあちゃんはこんな俺のことを
But she just laughed and forgave me like it was nothing.
そう
I see.
でさ友
And then
達
she
を
told
大
me
事
not
に
to
しな
take
さい
you for
って
granted.
言われた
All Granny knew.
あの子はとても素直で真面目ないい
She
子だ
said,
よ
he's a good
で
kid,
もね
honest and
だから
sincere
こ
to
そ
a
あの子
fault.
は一人で
That
抱え
said,
込んじゃうん
he
だ
tends to keep things bottled
き
up.
っと
I imagine the
あの
loneliness
子は
weighs
誰
on
よ
a
りも
little
一人
heavier
が
than
寂しいっ
most.
て感じてるはずだだから俺が強
She
くなっ
wanted me
て
to get
あ
stronger
の子を助け
so
て
I
やれ
could be there for you.
綺麗なお花ありが
And
と
she
う
wanted to thank you
そ
for
う
the
あの子
pretty
に伝えてくれ
flowers.
って言われたんだ
Grandma,
その声は
it's not you, little
狼ちゃ
wolfie.
んかい
あそうだ
Yeah, it's me,
ばあちゃんの
your
孫の狼
grandson,
だよ
Wolf.
ばあちゃんごめん
Grandma, I'm so sorry.
俺
I'm sorry I'm such a stupid, spoiled brat all the time.
ばあちゃんのこと
いいんだよ
That's alright.
おばあちゃ
To
んは
me, all that
狼
matters is
ちゃ
that
んが
you're
元気でい
happy,
てさえくれれ
healthy.
ばそれで狼ちゃんが
I knew you were feeling lonely
お母さんと
without your mom
離れ
and dad around.
とっても
I knew you wanted to
寂しい
play
こと
outside like all the
わか
other
ってるの
children.
におばあちゃん
I should have done
何
more
もし
for
て
you.
やれなくて
I'm
ご
sorry.
めんね
そんなことねえよ
No, that's not
確かに
true.
俺
I mean,
こっちに
yeah,
一
when
人
I
で来て
first moved
初め
here,
の
I
頃
was
は友
lonely
達
because
も
I
いない
didn't
し
have any friends and my parents
親
weren't
父もお
around.
ふくろもいなくて寂いつもそばには
But you've
ちゃんがい
always
てくれ
been
たし
there for me, Grandma.
それに
And now I have a
親
best
友もでき
friend.
た二人とも
The two of
俺
you
の
mean
大
the
事な
world to me.
宝物なんだ
Well, now,
か
that's so, eh?
よかったよ
I'm glad to hear it.
おばあちゃんもね
I always enjoyed
二
seeing the
人が
two of
仲
you
良く
having
してる
fun
のを見
together.
てるのが
Why are you
言い方するん
talking
だ
in
よ
past tense?
もっと一緒にいて
You're still gonna be with us. Otherwise, I'll end up all alone.
そんなことない
No, you
赤
won't.
ずきんちゃんがい
You
るだ
got
ろ
Little Red Riding Hood, don't you?
いるけど
Yeah, but he can't replace you, Grandma.
俺
What's with the flowers?
花
Flowers?
あ
Oh,
綺麗だろ
yes. Pretty, aren't
あ
they?
の子が持ってきて
Little
くれ
Red
た
Riding
んだ
Hood
よ
brought them.
赤ずき
Granny knew.
あの子はと
He's
て
a
も
good
素直で
kid.
真面目な
Honest
いい子だ
and
よ
sincere to a fault.
狼ちゃんに
I think
赤
he's a
ず
good
きんちゃ
fit
ん
for
み
you,
たいな
Wolf.
お友達
I'm
が
glad
で
the
きて
two of you are
おば
friends.
あちゃんも、
Me too.
でもね
That
だから
said,
こそ
he tends to keep things bottled up. And I'm going to rehash everything that Wolf just said. And I imagine the
あの子
loneliness
は
weighs
誰
on
よ
him a
りも
little heavier
一
than
人は
most.
寂しいだから
So I
狼ちゃんが
need
強
you
く
to
なっ
get
て
stronger
あの子
so
を
you
助け
can
てお
be
や
there
り
for him.
狼ちゃんはあの
He's
子がい
always
て
there for you,
助けら
isn't
れ
he?
たんだろ
So you best return the favor. You're right.
あいつの助けになるよ
You're
狼
such
ちゃん
an
は
angel.
いい子
当たり前じゃん
Of course I am.
だって
I'm your grandson after all.
Aww.
Thoughts.
おばあさんは
She knew I was lying the whole time.
私が嘘をついていたことに
Thoughts.
お前な、
Dude,
マジで
we
全
can
部
see
お見
right
通しなん
through
だよ。
you. You're practically transparent.
お前は、お前の
You
周りに
really
いる
need
人
to
たちの
stop
ことを
underestimating everyone in your
甘く見すぎ
life
なんだよ。
while the screen's shaking.
Don't worry about that.
お前の周りにいる奴らはな、
All of us,
これを含め
me
て
included,
お前のこと
we
をちゃ
all
んと見
care
てんだ
about
よ。
you. We all pay
お
attention.
前は一
It's
人じゃ
about
ねえっ
time
て
you
ことに
realize that we're here for
い
you,
い加減
you
早く気づ
dumbass.
けよ。俺だってな、ガキ
When I
の
was
頃
a sickly little
体が
kid,
弱くて
my
静
parents
養
sent
の
me
た
to
めだ
live
か
with
らっ
my
て
grandma on the
都会から
countryside so I
こ
could
んな田舎に
recover.
一人ばあちゃん家に周りに誰も知り合いは
I
いねえ
didn't
し
know anybody.
学校
I
も満
wasn't
足
well
に行
enough
け
to
ね
go
え
to
し
school.
寂しかったんだよ。
Damn lonely.
お前が湖で一人でいる
Then,
のを見て
when I spotted you alone at the lake,
こ
I
い
thought
つ
to
もしかしたら
myself,
俺の仲間かも
maybe
しれ
we're
ないって思
birds
っ
of a
た。
feather.
だから声かけて
So I tried to
何
talk
度
to
も
you
声かけて
over and over and
諦めか
over.
けた時に
And then,
お前が
when I was
答え
about
て
to
くれ
give
て
up,
嬉しかったんだ
finally
よ。
responded. Do you know how excited I was?
俺嬉しか
I
ったんだ
was
よ。
so stoked to finally make friends with you.
お前と仲良くなれて
I'm gonna need
一
some
人
water.
がいいだなんて
Okay.
嘘だ。本当は俺だって
All these voices, man.
Yeah.
誰かと仲良くしたかった。
I like all the voices I've been doing.
お前だって
Mhm.
本当はずっとそう思ってたん
Being
だ
a
も
lone
ん。
wolf was never cool. Deep down, I wanted someone to hang out with. And you felt the same way, didn't you? Wolf's tears were contagious, and Red soon began to shed a few of his own.
Yes. You're right.
そうだ。外に出
The
てはい
reason
け
I
ないという
disobeyed
言
my
いつけ
brother
を
and
破
went
って
outside
ま
was
で
because I couldn't
出
take
た
the
かったのは
loneliness anymore.
狼と会って
Then I met you and your
おばあさ
grandmother,
んと会って
and I wasn't alone anymore.
ようやく一人じゃなくなっておばあさんが倒
So
れ
when
た
I
と聞
heard
いた
that
とき
grandmother had collapsed, I got so frightened. I thought if something
もしも
happened to her,
おばあさんがいなくなったらでも
but in the end,
結
I
局
ruined
自分のせい
everything.
で一人ずっ
I
と
was so alone.
寂しかった寂し
I
かっ
was so
た
lonely.
Tears rolled down his cheeks as his art began to defrost.
ようやく
So you finally admitted it.
認めたな。
何を
Admit what?
それがお前が
To you,
抱えて
that
い
was your
た
real crime.
罪の正
You,
体。
my friend, have a guilt
つまり
complex.
罪悪
A guilt complex?
ああ、そうだ。
Yeah, you've heard of
聞い
it,
たこと
right?
くらいはあ
It's
る
when
が。
you blame yourself to an
自
excessive
分のあり
degree.
ように関して
I'd say it fits you
自分
perfectly.
は悪い。自分は罪を犯したという気持ちのことだ。お前は過去に起き
Not
た出来
everything that
事
happened
に
in your past. You
心
closed
を
yourself
深く
off.
閉ざしてしまった。お前は
You
笑う
refuse
こ
to
と
let yourself be happy
幸
or
せにな
even
ることを
smile.
許さなかった。
So you rejected joy and
だから
chose
こそ
solitude instead.
お前は嬉しいことも幸せなことも拒絶し、こいつも言ったが
Like Reiki said,
長年
eventually
の
the
ことは
solitude was going to turn your
お
heart
前
to
の
ice.
心を凍らせ
You were in
て
a
しまう。
precarious position,
お前、その証
and
拠
that
に
drove you to devise a
俺
plan
をどうにか
against
しよう
me.
としたろ。
But the heart of ice can always be defrosted with the heat of revenge.
内包した罪悪感が
But
許
guilt
容を
outweighs
超えたとき、
forgiveness. It could subconsciously push you to take drastic action.
過剰な行動に出ることがある。それは
Not only do you become
自分を
hostile
傷
to
つける
yourself,
だけで
but
な
to
く、
others as well.
時には他人に自分が
You
悪い
start
のはあ
thinking
いつの
it's
せいだ
that
という
person's
ふう
fault
に
I screwed up.
お前は
You may have
今ま
punished
で自
yourself
分を
harshly
厳し
for a
く
long
罰していたよう
time,
だが、
but that sort of
そ
thing
れは
doesn't
い
last
つまでも続
forever.
かない。
The human heart wears down
心は
over
摩耗し
time.
いつかはなくなってしそんな時に
So
偶
after a
然再
while,
会
the
した
only
俺を
thing
憎む
keeping
こと
you
で
going is
か
your
ろうじて
newfound
救われ
hatred
てた
of
っ
me.
てわけだ。俺も漁師
As
と
a
いう仕
hunter,
事の
I
関
naturally
係
knew
上
all about you.
お前のことはよく知これ以上手
And
遅
I
れ
needed
に
to
なる
help you
前に
before it was too
お
late.
前を助ける必要があった。あとはまあ
That
お前
In
に
a way
トラウ
to
マ
me
作っ
that
ちま
I
ったのは俺にも原
inadvertently
因があるって
contributed to
の
your
が気がかり
trauma.
でな。
That's why I wrote the script for this little
まあその
storyline.
トラウマを乗り越えてもらえるよう俺が今回の脚本を用意してやったわけだ。
Interesting choice of words.
まどっかの
Although
誰か
it
が
seems someone
大
made
幅
some
に書
heavy
き換えちま
edits.
ったけどな。
I'm pretty sure he's just talking about the overall plan of like I'm pretty sure he's not talking like metaphysical, like the wizard being able to like influence the story.
I
you
mean,
know?
yeah, but it's still an interesting choice of words.
It is a very interesting choice of words. Also, Reiki making heavy edits, making it her own little personal like love story. Yeah. I looked away awkwardly. But then Ryoshi grabbed me by the head and forced me to look at Red.
罪悪感を癒す
To
には
cure a guilt complex,
誰
you
か
need someone around to
お
forgive
前
you.
を許すことだ。
To forgive me?
ああ、そうだ。
That's right.
正直こん
I
な
had
クソま
half
ど
a
ろっ
mind
こ
to
しいこ
skip
とし
all
なく
this
ても
roundabout crap,
ばあさん
hunt
の
you
こと
down
も
and set the record straight
狼の
about
ことも
Wolf and his ground.
お前をとっ捕まえて説明すりゃ済む話だ。だが
But I knew that wouldn't be
お
enough
前
for
の
you
場
to
合は
recover.
ただそれだけじゃ解決しねえんだよ。さっきも言った
Like I
が
said earlier, you've
お前
been
の
closed off for a long time
長
now.
い時の間にがんじがらめになっちまったんだ。ただ事実
You
だけ
wouldn't
を
feel
説明して
vindicated just knowing the truth.
お前は許されたとは感じお前が許さ
So
れ
in
たと
order
感
to
じる
help
た
you
めに
feel
は
truly forgiven,
まず
I need to
お
come
前
to
が
terms
自
with
ら
your
罪と向き合わなけ
wrongdoing.
ればならなかった。まあ、そん
Conveniently
な
for
時に
me,
都合よく
you
お
had
前
just
から
sent
脅
to
迫
us
状
a
が届い
blackmail
たこと
letter,
だし、
so I went ahead and used
それを
that to
利
set
用
the
して
stage, as it
一
were.
芝居打とうってことになった。お前は悪く
You were
ない
waiting for someone to come along and
お
tell
前
you
の
that
全
you're
部
not a
悪も
bad person,
すべて受け入
someone
れて
who
くれ
could
る
accept you as you
そ
are.
んな人物の登場を待っている。
A wolf
俺が書いたの
pubby.
はそういう
So
筋
that's
書きだ。
precisely what I prescribed.
Red looked from Wolf to me.
私は
Am I forgiven?
許されたんで
Bitch,
しょう
there's
か。
nothing to forgive.
そりゃお前が一番
Come
よ
on!
く知ってんだろ
You know the answer to that better than any of us.
That's...
つうわけだ。
Anyway,
あ
the
と
rest
の
is
問
up
題
to
は
you
お前に
now.
任せる。
According to the guy, we have no more decisions to make, so we're in the clear.
Yeah!
we don't have to take responsibility anymore. Ryoshi patted me on the head.
Right.
何を
Break you.
I balled my fist into my lap. Then, after a deep breath, I looked Red squarely in the eye.
I'm sorry, Red. Regardless of my motive, the fact is, I deceived you. I won't ask you to forgive me. I won't blame you if you hate my guts for it.
なぜ
Why should you
あなた
apologize?
が謝るんですか。
What?
This unexpected reply caught me off guard. Uh-oh.
But it was all an act. Everything.
Everything?
Everything.
I tricked you. I knew Wolf and Ryoshi were behind a lot of the harassment, but I chose not to tell you. On purpose.
それは分かっていま
Yes,
す。
I understand that. But you wouldn't have gotten involved in the first
そもそも
place had I not sent you the original
あなたを
blackmail
巻き込んだ
letter.
のは
Touche. Okay, valid point. Wait, no, it isn't.
I'm
私は
I'm
私はただ
just glad you're safe.
あなたが無事で
I had meant to say I'm a bad person before he interrupted me. As I stared at him in surprise, he smiled slightly.
私は
Your suffering would be worse
あな
than
た
any
が傷つくこと
punishment.
が
Saku, he's smiling. Oh, and we're about to pass out.
Miss, how did you
ミス
see?
アリス
What's the matter?
どうしたんですか
Oh, I didn't go through all that just be referred to it as Miss Arisu again. God damn it, bitch.
Tears streaked down my face one after another. My vision blurred until all I could see was a vaguely red smear. This is what he looks like. Then I hung my head and choked out.
You're just too good to me. Please, call me by my name.
I don't know how I found the strength to make that selfish demand at a time like this, but somehow I did.
Riku.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Could you repeat that?
Riku.
What is it, Red?
I looked up in Donna's smile, but my face was still messy with tears, so it must have looked pretty pathetic. I was just so happy that he smiled at me. I couldn't stop myself.
一つ
Can I ask
聞
you
いても
one
いいで
thing?
すか
Sure. What is it?
あなたが
When
私
you
を
said
騙
it
してい
was
たと
all
いう
an act, does that include the time
あ
when
な
you
たが
said you
私を
liked
好きだ
me?
と言ったことも
Actually, never mind. You don't
や
have
は
to
り
answer
答えて
that.
くれなくても構いません
Why is that?
私はバカです
I
か
choose to believe it.
疑
I'm
う
not
こ
smart
とを
enough
知
to
ら
be
ないんです
skeptical anyway. Oh boy.
He smiled shyly.
Aw, Red. Will you forgive me for my part in the deceit?
はい
Yes, of course. I forgive
私
you.
はあなたを許しますそして
And I
私は
forgive myself too.
私自身を許します
Red!
Cute. Aww.
Unable to hold back, I threw my arms around him.
Puppy, puppy, puppy!
うわ
I love you so much!
You're cute. You can't hug me right now. You're soaking wet.
So are you. Go ahead and have your nosebleed. I'll be right there to mop it up. Or punch me until I let go. Either way.
I thought you said you weren't a masochist.
そんなことは
I could never punch you,
し
but
ないで
we
すけ
have
ど
an audience.
お兄さんも
Then consider me an exhibitionist.
Wow, a masochist and an exhibitionist. You have your hands full here, Red.
Masochist.
Yeah?
You were saying it wrong.
Yeah?
シューチプレイ
Okay. Exhibitionist?
いや今変な
You
想像
just
しただ
pictured
ろ
it, didn't
い
you?
や嬉
You
しい
porn.
Oh. Ron voice.
You just pictured it, didn't you? You horn dog.
してない
No, I did not
してま
picture
せん
it.
からね
I would never picture
そ
anything
ん
of
な
the
す
sort.
るわけない
Don't
だろ
conflate me with
お
a
前じゃない
walking
し
libido like you.
Libido.
なんだよなんだよ俺らガキの頃
Excuse
ばあちゃんに隠れて
You
エ
were
ロ
right
本
there
読ん
with
で
me
た
when we
仲
were
だ
reading
ろ
those porno mags we found in the attic. Oh, what?
Oh boy.
Now I get it. So Wolf's been a bad influence. Yeah, no shit.
That's funny.
Don't worry. Any boyfriend of mine is permitted to dabble in porn magazines, no matter how kinky, as long as you share.
What?
マジで
For real?
なあなあアリスちゃん
Come
こん
on,
な童貞野郎
Arsu.
じゃなく
You
て
gotta
俺
ditch
と
this
遊ぼう
version and get
よ
with me.
俺の
I'll
方
show you a
絶
way
対
better time, I
絶対楽
promise.
しいって
Hate to break it to you, Wolf, but I'm not the type to go astray.
ねえ道草はいいっすよ
Ah, come on!
楽しいっ
Who
す
cares
よ
about the proper path? It's more fun to wander off.
この辺にしておけ
Bonk him.
見て
Ow!
帰るぞ
We're leaving. Wolf.
狼
マジで
What?
お兄さん
Seriously?
妹ちゃんが
But
こ
your
のまま
little sister's
本番
about to
突
get her
入してもい
first
い
hot
さ
beef and jack.
Thank you.
湖
I'm gonna
に捨て
dump
るぞ
your ass back in the lake.
Do it.
Please.
I just want them to be like cuddling under moonlight, and then in the background we just hear, "Ah!" and then
Yes.
それだけはマジ勘弁っすあん時俺
Anything
マジで死ぬと思ったんすからね
For real? I could have died.
He still hasn't taken the time to learn to swim.
no, he hasn't. Even though he got like surgery to fix like all of his problems.
Yeah.
ブラックさん
Achoo!
おいとりあえず固まってるそいつをなんと
Do
かして
something
やれ
about that one, would you?
Sure thing. Thanks, Oni-chan.
And so Ryoshi locked off, dragging Wolf by the scruff of his neck. As for Red, he was opening and closing his mouth in rapid succession, like a fish washed ashore.
Well, looks like it's just the two of us.
With my arm still around his neck, I batted my lashes flirtatiously.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Red noises.
Damn. He do be making noises.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Can I touch your mouth?
I'm sorry, I did not expect that to be the first thing out of his fucking mouth. God damn it.
Yeah, valid.
You mean like a kiss?
A kiss.
No, he just wanted to put his finger on your mouth.
Yeah, I'd like that.
I pecked him on the lips.
No.
Lip action?
What is it they say afterwards? Thanks for the treat?
Trick or treat.
Perfect timing.
What are you saying? I'm a wolf, remember?
Hey! I'm not gonna stop loving you just because you're a wolf. I mean, sure, your animal side may catch me off guard from time to time, but I'm not entirely opposed.
So we can add, you know, I'm not even gonna make that joke.
Yeah.
That joke kind of makes itself.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, it's actually kind of endearing.
Endearing.
Ever since the boys told me about you, I was always a little curious, and after spending time with you, I was officially head over heels. So I asked Wolf to give me a slightly different role to play. You're always so earnest and dutiful. Your shy side is adorable. Your sincerity is sweet. You're just all around lovable.
But I'm an imbecile. I'm every bit as stupid as Wolf claims. I'm the kind of fool who doesn't realize what matters most until it's gone.
It's okay. I don't mind a dumb man.
Oh, come on, she likes him dumb.
I know. On top of that, I just...
I promptly shut him up with my lips.
Let's go. Thoughts.
We slowly pulled apart and I smiled. We'll consider that your punishment for lying to me.
Punishment.
Now it's your turn to punish me.
Okay, she might be a masochist. I closed my eyes as if to say, have at it, Tiger. He's a wolf!
I really think that was heroic. Oh dear.
The second kiss apparently exceeded his maximum threshold because he exploded into a nosebleed and passed out.
And passed out, oh dear.
And passed out.
What the? Red? Pull yourself together! Red!
Yep, okay, he's gone.
Dump him in the lake. Yeah, he's dead.
Rest in peace, Red.
He's lost twice his body amount in blood.
愛など
Just the stream
知ら
alone.
なければよかっ
It's the wizard.
た知らなければ
If only I never
私
known
はきっ
love.
とこの苦しみも知ることはなかっただろう
Who am I quoting, you ask?
誰の
I'll leave that to your
ことだって
imagination.
愛を知った暁
When Red Riding Hood discovered love,
同時に
he
孤
realized the
独を
weight
知
of
っ
his
た
loneliness. And when love
でも
found him again, he was
再び
rescued from
誰かに愛され
solitude.
ることで孤独って何
What
だ
does
ろ
it
う
mean
ね
to be truly alone? Would you
人
not
は
curse
一
the
人で生
world
き
for
ていけ
leaving
る
you
わけ
to
ない
your
だろ
own
う
devices?
君
You're
も
lonely
孤独
too,
を感
is
じて
that
る
it?
僕
Me?
僕はよくわ
Couldn't
からない
tell
な
you.
まあでも
Nevertheless, they
こ
lived
れでめで
happily
たし
ever
めで
after.
たし
That's one happy
Happy
ending
end
down.
一丁上がり
Are you
ってね
proud? Quack.
Once upon a time, there lived a lonely little boy. The boy was perpetually isolated. Why? Because his mother had warned him that the outside world was full of wicked wolves, and he wasn't to speak to them. And so he lived, hidden away from the world, with no personal connections. But the boy yearned to explore the world. And one day, while his mother was away, he snuck out of the house to visit the lake. The outside world was vast and filled with things he'd never seen before, but the boy only ventured to the lake alone. It was expected for children his age to attend school, but not him. Then one day, a boy named Wolf called out to him. The lonely boy remembered his mother's warning and tried to ignore Wolf, but over time, he found it hard to believe that the other boy could be wicked. The more they talked, the closer the two boys became. Wolf had a poor constitution and lived together with his grandmother. After she met the lonely boy, she sewed him a Red Riding Hood so that he could conceal his unusual appearance from the world. It suited him well. From that day forward, everyone referred to him as Red Riding Hood. Every day spent with Wolf was a blast for Red Riding Hood. Day after day, he would sneak out of the house to go see him. One day, the two boys were playing together when all of a sudden, a man rushed over to them. He told them grandmother had fallen ill and was looking for her grandson. The man grabbed Red Riding Hood's arm instead of Wolf's. "I'm not Wolf." It should have been an easy feat to correct the misunderstanding, but instead, Red Riding Hood left to go visit grandmother in place of Wolf. In doing so, he had betrayed not only his mother, but now Wolf and grandmother as well. When he returned home that night, he was surprised to see that the lights were on. His mother was home. Hesitantly, he opened the door, and inside he found his mother staring at him with cold, distant eyes. After that night, his mother never returned to him again. He cursed himself for disobeying her. If only he hadn't disobeyed his mother and gone astray, he never would have been betrayed and ultimately lost everyone he ever cared about. Alone, Red Riding Hood looked at himself in the mirror. Big ears, sparkling eyes, and a deceitful tongue. That was when he realized the real reason his mother had kept him inside was because he himself was a wicked wolf. From then on, Red Riding Hood decided to never get attached to anyone ever again. Instead, he chose a life of quiet solitude. His mother was gone. Wolf and his grandmother were gone. He lived alone, without anyone by his side. He would never go astray again. That was his punishment. Time passed. One sunny day, a much older Red Riding Hood spotted a hunter walking by. As luck would have it, it was the same man who had mistaken him for Wolf that fateful day. The hunter's walking with a princess whose smile was radiant like the sun. Weighed down with crushing loneliness, Red Riding Hood grew unbearably jealous. Then something occurred to him. If he transformed himself into a police officer to protect the princess, he could use her to get close to the hunter. Having successfully wormed his way into the princess's castle, Red Riding Hood attempted to frighten the princess, but nothing worked as planned. Instead, an entirely different big bad wolf started to harass her as well. The more time he spent with her, the more he sincerely wanted to keep her safe. But the more he fell for her, the more guilty he felt for deceiving her. Once he caught the big bad wolf, Red Riding Hood vowed to confess everything to the princess. The moment he took his eyes off her, she was kidnapped by the big bad wolf. When he went to the lake to rescue her, there he found a much older wolf holding the princess hostage. As it turned out, Wolf was the other big bad wolf. He ordered Red Riding Hood to admit his crimes in exchange for the princess's safe return. Convinced that his friend resented him for visiting grandmother in his place, Red Riding Hood apologized again and again. But Wolf didn't care. Evidently, Wolf lost patience and tried to hurt the princess. In a panic, Red Riding Hood lunged forward, sending the three of them toppling into the lake. Once Red Riding Hood had rescued the two of them, he apologized for his deceit.
Yeah. The truth is, I'm a big bad wolf.
At this, the princess's sunny smile clouded over, and she apologized in return.
I knew you were deceiving me, and I was deceiving you right back.
Then the hunter walked over and revealed the truth. It was all part of an elaborate ploy set up by Wolf, the princess, and the hunter himself. Now an adult, Red Riding Hood was still chained down by the sins of his childhood, and solitude was his miserable punishment. There was only one way to save him: to forgive his crimes. When Wolf told him to admit his crimes, what he really meant was come to terms with your mistakes. The princess forgave Red Riding Hood for telling lies, and Red Riding Hood forgave her in return, as well as himself. And so, vindicated by the power of love, Red Riding Hood and the princess lived happily ever after. Yay!
Yay.
Happy ending! Oh, once upon a time in the Looking Glass world, there lived a lonely young man who spent all of his days in perfect solitude. He lived hidden away from the world with no personal connections to speak of. But that's all in the past now.
Oh, okay.
After scene, let's go.
Okay. This time, I'm going to say it.
Hello? Who is it?
It is I,
です。
Red Riding Hood.
よかったら
Might I
開
intrude
けてい
upon
ただ
your
けると助かります。
domicile?
Domicile.
Domicile?
It
Okay.
means home.
Ah.
Red! Welcome! You're, rather early.
Aww.
こんにちは。
Aw.
Hello there. Very cute.
この
Thank
度
you
は
for kindly
お
inviting
茶
me
会に
to
お
your
招きいただ
tea
きまして
party.
Of course. Likewise. Thanks for coming.
Listen, very cute.
Yes? What is it?
このお
These are
花
for you.
Carnations.
Wow! What lovely carnations. For me?
はい
Yes. I
あ
picked
なた
them
の
just
ことを
for
思
you.
って摘んできました
Thank you so much. I love them.
喜んでいただけて何よりです
Now come on in. I made your favorite cake too.
ケーキ
You did?
Yup, the blueberry cake. At least, I'm pretty sure that's what Grandma must have used in her recipe.
私のた
For
めに
me?
Of course. I promised, didn't I?
No. You
守って
kept your promise
く
then.
れたんですね
Duh. Any promise I make with you is a promise I want to keep.
Get
For the record, if you steal me away, I can bake cakes for you anytime you like.
to steal
捕まえれ
you.
ば
No. Hey.
いえ
no,
け
no,
結構で
think those carnations are about to turn a different shade of crimson.
What's that? Marriage?
No, I can't. I can't.
Ka? What are you? A crow?
もうそれでいいです。
Whatever.
I'm just messing with you, silly.
No.
Yes?
まだ
Wolf and Roshi aren't
狼
here
や
yet,
漁師さん
are
は
they?
来てはいないんですよね。
My bed's upstairs. Nope, just you so far.
そうで
Good
す
to
か。
know.
Hmm.
あ、
No, I
い
mean,
え、
um,
その
Red? Care to explain why exactly you turned up ahead of time?
oh,
それは
well,
そう
because I
彼らに
didn't want that
邪
to
魔を
get
されたく
between
なかった
us.
からでして。
So you wanted to be alone with me?
There-
So-
yes,
そうです。
I wanted to be alone with you.
あなたと二人
Is
きり
that
に
a
なりたかっ
bad
たんで
thing?
す。
Of course not.
One second, I'm trying to figure this out. Mushiro Daikange?
Yeah, good enough.
そうですか
I。see. Glad to
よか
hear
った
it.
あ、
No,
それ
and
でで
also,
すね。
I'd like to finally give you my
今日こそはあなた
formal
に
response to
あ
that
の
last
時のお
question.
返事をと、
What question?
はい、
The one
あの
from
時の。
back then.
わ、
Riki,
私は
I
あな
love,
たのことがす
I love,
Yes?
好き
I
だわ
love
けです。
protecting you. So close.
Oh, close enough.
Should have seen that one coming.
No,
いえ、
no,
違いま
that's
す。
not what I meant.
今
That
の
was a
は間
mistake.
違いで
Please
す。
forget I said
忘れ
it.
てください。
Okay. Poof! Memory deleted. Wait, who are you?
Now, now then,
で
allow
は
me to try again.
もう一度やり直しますね。
Okay.
私は
Like you,
あなたのことが、
I'm,
あなたのことが
La 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 la.
Hmm? Hello?
he short-circuited.
You did.
すみま
I
せん。
apologize.
わざと
That was
じゃないです。
unintentional. I couldn't help it.
なんというか、
I just
こういうこ
not
とには
used
慣
to
れて
this
いな
sort
く
of
て
thing. By
という
which I
より
mean to say, it's
初め
my
てと言います
first
か。
time.
Oh.
That's
Look, Red, you don't have to tell me today. I'll gladly wait until you're ready.
いえ、
no, that's
それではダ
unacceptable.
メなんです。
Hmm? Okay. Why is it unacceptable?
それはあなたにばかり
You've
告白
professed your
させ
feelings
て
to me dozens of
それ
times
をい
now.
つまでも
I
保
need
留
to
に
be
す
the
る
man
の
that
は
set the record straight.
男らしくありません。
Red.
カーネーション、
These carnations.
Hmm?
あなたは知っ
Do
て
you
いま
know
す
what
か？
red carnations represent in
赤い
flower
カーネー
language?
ションの
Riku?
花言葉。
Nope. Will you tell me?
赤いカーネ
In
ーション
flower
の花
language,
言葉は
red carnations represent
Haha no
maternal
ai.
love,
愛
faith
を
in
信
love,
じる。
and ardent love.
それと、
Ardent love?
はい。
Yes.
私はあなたの
Thank you.
そばにいると
When I'm with you,
溺
I
れた
can
ように
scarcely
息が
breathe,
苦しくなって
almost like I'm drowning. My
心臓が
heart
ド
pounds
キド
like
キして
crazy, and I can't think straight.
わけがわからなくなるんです。でも
But it isn't
それは
altogether
決して
unpleasant.
嫌な気持ちではなくて
It's rather fun. It
む
makes
しろ
me hunger for more.
とても楽しい気持ち。そして
When we're apart, you're
あ
all
な
I
た
can
と
think
離れてい
of,
るときは
and my chest aches.
あなたの顔ばかりが思い浮かんで。で、
So
それ
I
はなぜなの
contemplated
か
why this might be,
自分
and
な
my
りに考
conclusion
え
is
て
that
み
I
たん
must
で
be
す。
quite interested in you.
その結果、
Uh-huh.
私
Uh-huh.
は
Keep going.
いえ
Follow that train of
違いま
thought.
すね。
That's not quite right. In a
私はあな
blink,
たに
I found myself
い
obsessed
つ
with
の間に
you.
か
Okay,
夢
reel it
中に
back
な
a
っていた
bit.
のだと思います。
Riku,
Yes.
好きで
I
す。
love you. I'm crazy
私はあな
about
たの
you.
ことが大好きです。
Yay, there we go. He finally said it.
あなたが私との
He says you
約
have
束
kept
を
your
守って
promise
く
to
れた
me.
ように、
I vow to keep my promise to you.
私もあなたとの約束を守ります。私はあなた
I
を
will
守りま
protect you.
す。
I'll keep you safe from all
世
the
界
world's
中のどん
sadness
な
and
悲し
pain.
みや苦しみから
I'll
も
make you just as happy
あ
as
なた
you've
を
made
守って
me.
みせます。
Oh.
Oh.
だから
So please, forgive me for this.
すみません。
Kiss.
He went in for the kiss.
Let's go.
Red. What's that?
これは
This is your punishment for deceiving
私を
me.
騙したあなたへの罰です。
Indirectly through the flowers.
花
Anyway.
束越しですが、
No, we're even. Wouldn't you say?
He kissed
お
through
あい
the
こにはなりま
flowers.
せん
That
か。
What a
fucking
silly.
cheesy. Oh.
どうしまし
What's
た
wrong?
か。
Your face is redder than a
顔が真っ赤ですよ。
tomato. Is this yet another fever?
また風邪で
She
すか。
starts gushing blood from her nose.
That would be funny.
My chest aches and I can't breathe.
それは
That
大変
sounds
です。
serious. I
今
better
す
take
ぐ
you
ベ
to
ッド
bed
に
at
運ばない
once.
と。
Oh.
Bed's upstairs. Bed.
Riku.
あの
Riku. Oh. They lived happily ever after.
It was her turn to get the nosebleed. Let's go.
Yes. Beautiful.
I'm so glad I got that one last my bed's upstairs joke.
Yes.
And it fit so well.
It did. Oh, it's still Cinderella. Interesting.
Oh, why is it still Cinderella?
Maybe if
Get
we
out of here,
change-
Cinderella.
I wonder if you could change it in the settings.
There's gotta be a way to change it in settings. I need to see that start screen.
Hmm.
Oh wait, was it in the memories? Maybe we'll find... Oh wait, no, it's just
Nope.
the ending scene. Wait, why is Red all alone in his ending scene?
I don't know.
Boo.
Oh well, I guess.
Oh well, I guess we'll have Cinderella. At least we also get Riku's cute little sprite too.
Yeah. It works out.
Wait, I wonder if we like close the game and open it again.
I don't think so, because it's been opening as this one.
Well, that's because it was the only one we did.
Well, yeah, but like, when we got this unlocked, it applied itself too.
That's true.
I wonder if technically we're supposed to do Red's route first and then Cinderella?
That might be it. Damn it.
Oh, well.
Well, on the bright side, let's go to the memories again. Let's go to see Cinderella's like final one, the chibi one. Okay, so it's probably just that. So like we're
Yeah,
probably
just
not
a little
missing too much
guy.
with the art.
Yeah.
And it's like we get a cute picture of Red with carnations. Which
Yeah.
is cute. But like obviously the Cinderella Reiki one is better.
Mm-hmm.
But like it's still good.
Yeah.
We at least got to see it, so that's nice.
Yes.
Wait. Memories. Go back to memories. Oh sorry, BGM, that's background music.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, background. Oh yeah, then we can just go through all the different routes and see all the different scenes.
Yeah.
Happy end. We did get the bad end quite a few times. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, at least we finally got through it.
Yeah.
So episode 1 is done.
Yep.
And then we're moving on to episode 2 next week.
Yep.
Alright, cool. And that'll be fun for me because I get to voice the guys.
Yes. Will be
Because
interesting.
we have episode 2 will be Kaguya and
Gretel.
Gretel.
You only voiced
Blinky
two
on
of the
the name.
dateable guys.
I was blanking on the name, even though I said his name earlier. I
Shameful,
was just like,
shameful.
"Ugh."
Poor Gretel.
Well, to be fair, Gretel just talks like this and gets in your face. You know? Oh, wait, that's more Wolf, isn't it? Shoot.
No, I would say that was still more Gretel than Wolf.
Yeah, because Wolf's kind of like nasally.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna backhand compliment you every chance I get.
That's la 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 la.
I gotta figure
Yeah.
out what voice I want to use for Reikyu.
That's true. Like, if you just want to use your default voice, that's fine too. Don't worry about it too much.
Yeah, I'll have to think about it.
Yeah.
Because it's not like I don't have any, like, go-to female voices. I do read Neptunia, so I could probably borrow one of their voices.
I think Neptune's voice would fit pretty well.
I'm gonna nep your face. Honestly, it probably fits too well.
It does.
Do you have any parting words for chat? Yeah, okay. Sounds about right.
I'm not going to be able to do that for any other route, so.
I don't know, you might. Who knows?
I mean, if Alice is very stinky, maybe.
I don't know. He definitely cares about his hygiene too much.
I mean, yes, he does.
Next week will be interesting because you'll be the romanceable one.
Yeah! I'll be the guy. And then we'll have to talk about, like, narrator. If you want me to still do narrator, I can do narrator. And then I'll also do the guy narration.
I feel like it'll only be fair if I took over narration.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about it next week.
Yeah. But, yeah. See you all next time, everyone.
Yeah, bye-bye.